All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's Tuesday stream here at the Card Guys YouTube channel. Today we are exploring Dagger Dorinthia, quite possibly the most requested deck that I've ever done. Fang has been pretty fun the last couple weeks, and I feel like we've kind of gotten to a point where you either kind of run the 15 to 18 blue version or you run the pure red line version. They're both fine. There might be some other builds out there that are, heavier on marking or heavier on fealty generation, but overall I feel like Fang, we've kind of gotten Fang to a point where, the community can take those deck lists and kind of run with them. However, a style of deck that is relatively unexplored and potentially extremely good is Dagger Dorinthia. Now, when we first saw Fang's hero ability utilizing daggers, a lot of us were very, very interested in, like, okay, Quicksilver Dagger is kind of okay. Not, to be honest, quite bad. I'll just keep it real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. And we were very excited with Hunted. We're like, okay, maybe they'll print another dagger, but they didn't. Okay, but what LSS did do is they printed a ton of dagger support in the set. In fact, every single common and rare specifies dagger, and a lot of the majestics, especially the assassin warrior hybrid majestics, specify dagger. So savor bloodshed, and perforate. In addition, cards like Sharpened Senses, Provoke, Jagged Edge all work very, very nicely in dual wield decks. For those of you who caught the last streams, I did quickly show that the deck that I took to Memphis, which was Hatchet Dorinthia. Now, Hatchet Dorinthia and Dagger Dorinthia on the surface are kind of similar, but we will get into the differences quite soon. We'll kind of let people trickle in. Just a little bit of some updates. So I did go to some Road to Nationals this weekend, and I did manage to take down one of the Road to Nationals. I did open this beauty. Yep, that is a gold foil Snapdragon Scalers. Quite nice. That was in the draft format. I know a lot of people, I got a lot of messages saying, hey Josh, did you take it down with Dory or Fang? I'm like, Fang Sinja Fang. And they're like, oh, it's a draft RTN. I'm like, yeah, it is. And I also went to another RTN on Sunday, kind of just having fun with good old YOLO aggro Dory Dawnblade, and that didn't go that well, but it is what it is. For those of you who are interested in Dorinthia deck techs, I do have one coming out tomorrow, so keep an eye on that. It is a Dawnblade list, but it is not your traditional Dawnblade list. It is a much meaner, let's just put it that way, list. So yeah, so that's kind of how my weekend went. How about you guys in the chat? Did you guys go to any RTNs? Did you guys manage to take down any RTNs? I know that quite a bit of the RTNs are scheduled for the next 3 weeks. So the first 2 weeks, or the first 2 years, it was a 4-week RTN, and then they went to a 3-week RTN. Now it's back to a 4-week RTN, so I kind of like the 4-week RTN ProQuest season, to be honest. They did mention, I think it was last year, that they wanted to change to a 3-week format, just so there was just so things were a little bit quicker. But I do like the 4-week format because there's a little bit of time for the meta to evolve. There's also the ability for some heroes to LL. It does look like Viserai is on his way out pretty soon. However, each RTN victory is only worth 3 LL points. So things are not actually... There's a chance Viserai doesn't leave until week 4. Because of how fast things are going, or how slow things are going. What is the website to play Flesh and Blood online? So that would be talishar.net. Talishar.net is one way to play. You can also play, I think Felt Table also has one. And you can also play on Tabletop Simulator. You can load one of the Flesh and Blood mods and import your deck and play. Personally, I like playing on TTS, but Talishar is also really, really, really convenient. Did you sell the snaps? No, I have not. If you are interested in buying the Snapdragons, you can message me. I have gotten some offers. I'm kind of, weighing the options right now. My RTNs are coming Sunday and Saturday after. Okay, good luck in those. Playing my first RTN this weekend, probably on a messy Mario deck. Hard to get all the M's. Yeah, especially the Clave, I heard is... well, it's printed a little bit rarer than normal expansion slot cards, but it's just the fact that, like, it's new and, like, every Mario deck needs two, so... I'm having a hard time deciding between Mario or Dory for my RTN. Well, today and tomorrow is just going to make it even harder for you, Fridge Muffin. My RTNs are coming up. Sadly, not going to be on Warrior because the meta is 80% Jarl, 20% Viscerai near me. Hoping Vis LLs beforehand. Well, if Jarl is the meta, then you might want to play Prism or something like that, I guess. All right. Looks like we caught up with chat. All right. Well, nice to see over 100 people here already. Jesus. Like I said, this is I get dozens of messages a week, and 70% of them are asking for lists and 30% of them are asking for advice, right? And the question I got the most was, well, second most was, you got a Fang list, and then have you explored Quicks or Dagger Dorinthia? And I was like, basically, right before Memphis, I was busy. I had family in town, and we were pumping out a lot of content. Memphis rolled around. I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna play Hatchet Dory. The Majestic slot in really easily. Sharpened Senses is nuts. And so I played that. And then the last couple of weeks we've been working on Fang. So I actually have not had any time to really explore this list. And because of that, I have invited somebody to come help me with this stream. Now, for those of you who have been watching a very, very long time, you may remember Baitblade. And Baitblade was a creation from a guy named Damian Riggins, who is not exactly local to me, but he's not too far away. I live kind of in central Alabama. He lives in Huntsville, which is about 2.5 hours away. So we don't go to armories together, but anytime there's an RTN or a PQ or there's somewhere we need to drive, we'll drive to events together, or I'll see him at those events. And he's a very, very strong player, and he has been doing some exploring with Dagger Dorinthia. So I brought him in for a little call here, and he's gonna tell me about the deck, and we're gonna play some games, and yeah. Well, say hi to the stream, Damien.
Hey, how's it going?
Yep, so that's Damian Riggins. For those of you who are Riptide fans, this is the guy that was on the A to Z episode. I believe it was episode number 4 or 5 that was for Riptide. So if you are interested in Riptide, that's one good place to go. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the list. And all right, Damien, so we have the list that you've kind of been working on the last few days, and well, there are a lot of new cards from the Hunted. I could see that I guess let's first start off with, hey Josh, I'm sure people in the chat are like, hey, I thought this was a dagger stream. Why is there a dagger and a saber? So I think we got to explain a little bit about why we're not running 2 Quicksilver daggers.
So the text on Quicksilver Dagger says if another weapon you control is going to go again, the Quicksilver Dagger gains go again. The easiest weapon that a warrior could play that can gain go again is a sword. So you have 2 options. You have Centauri Saber and Hot Streak are your best options for doing something like this. And if you play a Centauri Saber, you also get cards like Unsheath, and Unsheath is pretty crazy in this deck. It instantly gives your sword go again. Leaves you 2 floating to do a triple swing, because daggers are pretty hard to block unless you want to give up armor or something. You're not going to give a card for a whole dagger for 1.
Yeah. So I know one of the questions people are immediately going to ask is, hey, Josh, hey, Damien, sword plus dagger is just 3. Hatchet plus hatchet is 5. Why are we doing this? Well, part of it is related to the hero ability, right? Because people can block hatchet, but, if you're blocking saber dagger, you're not as efficient, right?
This deck also triple swings a lot more than hatchets. You get to attack with your weapons most of the time.
Yep.
Hatchets usually doesn't triple swing unless it has like tunic counter. And it has like a hit and run.
Yep. Or you set up with an agility token or something similar to that, right? Okay, so I think for the equipment, this looks very... in terms of the armor, this looks very standard. Obviously, running dynamos for the reset value. We have Crown. We also have Kabuto. Those are pretty standard. Braveforge Bracers. Just going to see a little bit more value than Ironsong Versus. We have Grains of Bloodspill. Now, this is... so, back at Pro Tour, I was running Pure Grains. A lot of other people were running Pure Tunic. Eventually, the Hatchet decks started running both. Is there a reason why you're just running Grains and not Tunic?
This deck wants resources on way more than once, like every 3rd turn. It also has Temper too, which is very important. But being able to carry resources over on excess blue hands, because this deck is very resource heavy and like very greedy. So sometimes you'll keep 2 blues and a Blade Runner, just so that when your dagger hits twice or one of your weapons hits 2 times, you can carry over multiple vigor tokens for the next turn. And you could play some really crazy hands with like multiple resources in an arsenal.
Sure.
Like that.
Okay. Yep. That 4th resource can definitely enable some crazy lines. All right, let's take a look at the deck list, and then we'll play a couple games together and try to figure out how this list performs. So where do you want to start? Do you want to start with like the dagger specific stuff, the attack reacts, or the power cards, or what do we want to do?
We can start with the daggers, because I think all the attack reacts are pretty standard for like what you would think out of a dual wielding warrior.
All right, so looks like we have +4 dot deck. So Cut Deep is like strictly worse than Savor Bloodshed and Twist and Turn. However, I guess you just want this effect more and more.
It would depend on the turn. I actually think Twist and Turn is the best out of the 3. Because on your Steelblade Supremacy turns, this card could be pretty crazy.
Yep. Yeah, Steelblade Supremacy coupled with the hero ability Twist and Turn, Perforate is going to be... You could swing 3-4 times depending on the situation. So there's just a density of these 0 for 4 dagger gets +4 that we just need, right?
Yeah, they're like 0 for 4s. They have go again, and they block 3. That's pretty good rate for I think a card.
Yep.
To be put into a deck.
Okay. Savor Bloodshed. Now this does specify marking. We don't have a lot of marking in this deck. This is kind of just used as Cut Deep or Twist and Turn extra copies, basically, right?
Yeah, you have 2 ways to mark in the deck. It's just the 2 copies of Scar Tissue. If it lines up, it's just like a really... Savor Bloodshed could be like a really crazy Steelblade Supremacy like replacement, but it's very unlikely that they'll be marked when you have this card in your hand. But if they do, you could do some pretty cool lines. Draw some cards.
Okay. All right. So we have those dagger-focused things. We also have Scar Tissue that's also for daggers. It gives +3 and it marks. This is one of the very few 2 blocks that we have in the deck. This is just to ensure that the dagger hits, that you get the hero ability that you get the draw from this, or the draw from the supremacy, I presume.
Yeah, attack reaction on your daggers when you're doing Steel Blade Supremacy can be pretty game breaking, depending on like where you're at in the game.
Okay, sure. All right. In terms of other dagger cards, we have Perforate. Now, this is kind of the reason to play the deck, right? This is
Yeah, this card, when you cast this card on like a good turn, you actually feel like you're cheating. Because it replaces itself. It lets you swing an additional time, and then every single dagger swing you make that turn doesn't actually cost any resources.
yes.
So you also don't have to cast this on the chain link you swing the dagger, because you could have like a yellow in your hand, swing your I mean, but you could have uh like a Blade Runner, a Perforate, and a yellow. You could swing your dagger, perforate the Centauri Saber,
To
draw a card, and then play the Blade Runner
Mhm.
or something like that. And then you could like supremacy the dagger.
I mean, in fact, you probably want to play this on the Saber anyway, so you don't have to pay for the Quicksilver dagger, right?
Yes.
You almost would never play this on the actual dagger, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. And like you said, it's extremely important to note that this is worded in a very friendly way. Very rarely does LSS word things in a friendly way for warriors, but this is the whole turn. You got this Courage of Bladehold effect, which is kind of nuts. So the high roll potential of this deck is really unlocked when you have Perforate. You have cards like Twisted Turn or Supremacy, and maybe an Attack React would also help as well. So that's a solid card there. In terms of dagger stuff, that is basically it. However, there are a lot of other role players. Is there any cards in particular you think we should touch on?
I think Shift the Tide of Battle is something I've added recently.
Mm-hmm.
The card, it's a zero cost go again giver. It doesn't really do too much else other like the other cards like buff power like Unsheath and whatnot, but it creates an agility when you deal damage, and agility in this deck is actually very powerful because it makes some of your one card hands really annoying to block or really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
That we're testing it out for the agility. It's also a yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pitchable. When you do your grain stuff, you can turn it into like a pseudo blue or something of that nature. So it's like just a utility filler.
Yeah. So this card has been a card that you've been recently testing. So this is kind of one that we're going to keep an eye on. I guess let's talk a little bit about the, Sharpened Senses, Provoke, because these are kind of the new kids on the block. So this, again, is worded in a very friendly way. It just says your weapon attacks get +1. Now, you will need to combine this with something else to give this Centauri Saber go again, but I mean, I guess that basically is Blade Flurry in this deck.
Yeah.
Or
Sharpened Senses can be up to like a 0 for 5 go again in this deck. I've had turns where I've swung my dagger 4 times with this in play. It's pretty crazy, depending on the hand.
Mm-hmm. So if you play Sharpened Senses, is that like you're trying to lead with the Centauri Saber and have go again? Is that?
It would be something like, so when you cast Sharpened Senses, it's usually because you plan to swing a lot of times and you're turning it into a head jab or greater, or you need it because it's your go again for the turn for your first saber swing. Those are about the times you play it. All the other times, it is a block 3 and it is a yellow pitch, so it does all the things you really want it to do in a deck.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about Steel Blade Supremacy. Are you targeting the saber or the dagger predominantly with this?
It depends on. So if I have a Sharpened Senses and this is my only way to buff the power, I'm obviously going to do that to give it go again. But most of the time, I would like to hold the Supremacy until after I give my saber a go again to hide information, and then Supremacy the dagger, and then swing with it multiple times.
Sure. Okay. We also have Provoke. Now, I've mentioned several times that I think Provoke is much better in Dual Wield Warrior. Have you found this card to be quite good? Or is this just kind of a
quite good.
3?
When you Provoke a dagger, it's really good because they're losing value on something that you get to swing for minimal effort. Mm-hmm. Most of the time it's a blue pitch or a block 3, but when you do cast it, it's pretty good disruption.
Sure. All right, let's quickly take a look at the sideboard. We have some familiar faces like the Null Rune, Kabuto, Snag, and the defensive cards. We also have Jagged Edge for Enigma. The cards that are kind of standing out to me is that we have Gore Belching Rouse the Ancients. This was a kind of old school combo. I really did like this in Quicksilver Prodigy. So basically, what you do is you would bring Rouse and Gore Belching into your deck, and whenever if you found Rouse first, you'd always pitch it. You'd never block with it, and then you basically play Gore Belching for a 1-card 7. The only downside is you got to shuffle your deck. That's not too bad. And you also have to reveal a bunch of cards from your deck, potentially. And then your opponent gets some knowledge about your deck. But other than that, 1-card 7, I heard, is pretty good. And this card is actually very interesting because oftentimes you'll end the turn with an action point, right? Because your Quicksilver Dagger has go again. And you'll just end the turn with an action point. And you can throw this at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a nice combo to have. And there's also Nourishing Emptiness. We talked a little bit before the stream. You basically bring this in against Codex users, and you bring Gore Belching Rouse against high armor users to annoy them.
Yeah, because you really don't want to get Codex with a Gore Belching in your graveyard, so you have to play Nourishing Emptiness. Nourishing Emptiness is a great crackback from a Codex, so if they have no armor, drawing up into 5 cards is pretty strong.
Yep. All right. Take It on the Chin is 3 copies in the sideboard. In most dual wield decks, this is considered a main board card. Why is this kind of chilling out in the sideboard?
I do think this comes into most matchups. I think I just put it on the sideboard. It can be moved to the main deck, but I like to put the defensive cards in the sideboard.
Sure. That makes sense. Okay. All right. All right, is there any other cards you want to talk about, or just like anything about this deck that you want to mention? Then we'll catch up with
not precisely. It's just like your Vigor tokens from your Grains are worth more than 1 or 2 damage most of the time. So if you have to forego a Dagger Swing or something along those lines to make one of these tokens, it's always usually worth it because you're very resource intensive.
Right. So very unlikely we're going to be using Braveforge Bracers or swinging when we could just make a green Vigor token.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. There's a reason why Tunic was played so heavily in the Hatchet deck, because that one resource could make all the difference. Also, it hides whether you have a blue or not, because you could just start your turn with a swing and kind of proceed from there. They have less information, which is nice. Also, at bare minimum, like if you generate 2 Vigor tokens and get an Agility token, you basically have a turn for free. Now, obviously, that damage output's not going to be as high as Hatchet into Hatchet, but, you could still create some really, really nutty situations with 1 card, where you go like Saber that has go again from the Agility token into one of these 0 for 4 Dagger Pumps into Dagger, and then that's a pretty solid amount of damage as well. Okay, let's catch up with chat a little bit, and then we will play a couple games. Today is Dory Day, but any breakthroughs on Fang? Well, I've talked a little bit with Shing Tang, one of the goats of the game, and his list is quite similar to my original 15 to 18 blue list. He does have a few more attack actions in there, which might be the secret sauce. So maybe it's kind of combining the 2 styles that I talked about at the beginning of the stream. Josh, we need to talk about Kabuto again. I think balance is better on his slot. You mean how many decks are drawing 2 cards? Basically that's brute, right? I think using Kabuto is actually, you should just be using Kabuto right now just to learn how to use it. You don't want Kabuto to become like meta relevant and then you don't know how to use it against more fringe decks. Did you see what Fang did to Dynamo prices? Well, Dynamos have always been a little bit of a pricey card because they're back from Monarch. I'm here to watch Perforate Steelblade Supremacy. This guy knows what's about to happen. Thank you. I don't have many players close to me and struggle traveling to learn to play more. I started on Azalea, went to KO, now I'm trying Fang. All right, well, Fanta or Crush. I hope that you can get some games on Talishar and, learn the game through that. And hopefully you could get out to, some, tier 2 or tier 3 events. Lieutenant Random says, "Hey, Josh, hope you're doing well. I wanted to ask, what do you think of Warcry versus Steelhand for Bolton? I think Warcry is great versus Enigma, but I feel like I'd want Steelhand more to help attack actions." I think you could actually run both. My current list would run 3 copies of Warcry Balana and 2 copies of Courageous Steelhand Red. If you were running that 3rd copy of Steelhand Red or any yellow Steel Hands, then it's a very easy replacement. I also think you don't need that many attack reactions on your charge cards. Like, sure, you Steel Hand a Bolt of Courage, it feels good, right? But combining Warcry Balana with Lumen Ascension, I think it's really important for his spec turns down. Are you all right with Discord DMs for just asking questions? Yes, everybody can message me. A lot of people do that. You're hesitant to even tag people because you don't want to bother. Well, you could directly DM any of the card guys. We're pretty friendly. However, if you ask me, Josh, I don't have Heart of Fendel, what should I replace it with? I'm going to get a little annoyed. Because you can replace it with basically any blue. Saber, not Hot Streak. Very interesting. Yes. We talked a little bit about that already. 0 for 4 go again. Real good, especially when it blocks 3. I agree. Can you post the deck list in the live stream decks Discord? Well, I already posted it in the chat. Hopefully that is good enough for you. They made it friendly because it is also an assassin card. Yes. This card is good because it has this border on the side. Not because of this border on this side. Yeah. You are very right. Is the next stream Dagger Bolton? No. Probably not. If you want to play an off-meta Bolton build, you can build the Hatchet Bolton, or you can build the Saber combo that incorporates things like Blade Flurry, Blade Runner, Glint, Sharpened Senses, and stuff like that. Is Bolton better if when Viserai Zen LL? I think Dorinthia and Kasai are currently much better than the other 2 warriors. Bolton is just, I don't know, he's just struggling. He's too fair. Also, yellow decks kind of struggle against Rune Chance and Frostbites and all that, so. The first 0 for 4 buff on a dagger is just a Sharpened Steel, but if you play the second in the same turn, it's overvalue. Yes. That's something you will learn if you play Limited. Why no Slice and Dice? That is actually an interesting question.
It's because there's like a number of hands that don't have like go again that is very easy to achieve. Like your only source of go against like your blue. And so there are a number of hands where you just like draw a number of 0 for 4 pumps and you have a vigor token because you've been carrying them over, and you just like Slice and Dice is 0 for 4 only if you have go again. And these unconditional ones are just like you put them on the table and then you use the floating resource from the previous turn and swing your dagger for like 13. That's a line that I've taken a number of times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just 3-card 13 and then they're just like, oh, sad. Yeah, this card I feel like might be in the maybe board if we have enough. Because we're trying out Shift the Tide of Battle, so maybe we're going to be flooded with agility tokens, and this will be good. But this, like Damien said, this is a conditional 0 for 4, whereas the other dagger specific cards are you just get 4 value. It seems like Oath of Steel has potential in decks with Quicksilver Dagger. Is it too inconsistent? So I believe you have tried Oath of Steel, Damien. What did you think of Oath of Steel?
It was on the first list. The first iteration of Let's played Oath of Steel. And I've also tried some of the stances. The Oath of Steel is it's too conditional, and you're reaching to make it above rate. So unlike an insane turn, if you do the math, Oath of Steel would be like a 0 for like a on like a truly insane turn, it could be like a 0 for 9, a 0 for 10, but it takes a lot of setup.
Okay.
I can see it being good in a meta that slows down. This card could be insane. In a slow meta, I'd probably play 3 copies of it, but we're in a very aggressive meta with like Syndra and whatnot, and we need the sideboard space. I can definitely see it being played though.
Sure. Did you see the deck list from Osaka that won the RTN with Fang? I did not. I will have to take a look at that. I do see the appeal of making Lumina turns even better. That's fair. I might try both, like you said. Also, my only legendary in my case was Kabuto. I was happy for Fang, but I cried for my case value. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully, your next case will treat you better. Do you think a light warrior Dory is a madman's dream? Nope. I think Dorinthia getting the light talent is 50-50 in Monarch 3, I'd say. They would need to come up with a very, very well-designed weapon, though, for light Dorinthia. Okay. Hey, just joined. Is this list from RTN? No. This list is something that Damien has been brewing the last few days while I've been busy. I've kind of outsourced my deck building this time. Although normally I do a lot of the deck building here. The slice and dice is my inner Kasai coming out. Okay, there you go. You just admitted it. Also, Dorian Kasai are better than Fang once Vis Zen MST-LLs. Poor Fang. I mean, Fang just feels too fair. And if you're going to play a fair deck, you might as well block better. That's the issue, is that, like, Kasai and Fang and, like, dual wield Dory are all kind of similar, but Kasai and Dory block much better. Because warrior cards are blocking for 2 these days. Lead with Speed. Now, that is a card that has been in dual wielding decks. Is that a card that you've thought about, Damien?
Yeah, it blocks 2.
Yeah, it's a good card, but
the
blocks 2.
breaking point.
Yeah,
That's the breaking point for me.
Yep, I agree. Wouldn't hit and run just be better than slice and dice if you were to run one of them? 1 more damage on an attack that it probably wouldn't matter on versus the same big 3 pump on the second swing. But the flexibility of go again. Yeah. I could see red hit and run being in the deck eventually, but it gets outclassed by things. If there was any card that red hit and run would replace, it'd probably be Spoils of War, right?
Oh, we're so bad.
Spoils of War is quite bad. Yes, this is on the chopping block.
I actually consider putting Oath of Steel with Spoils of War and then it costing 1 is not a good cost curve. Same for the Blade Runners. It's why you need the Grange triggers so often. It's because your go against sources cost 1 and it ruins your triple swing curve. But yeah, that's why the deck is so resource intensive. It's because our go again givers are 1 cost.
I mean, I could see Spoils of War getting swapped for something that would synergize well with the Shift of Tide of Battle. This is a card that's very good, but it needs support. Okay. The RTN winner from Osaka. I have not seen that yet. I thought maybe it was one of the winning dories of the first week. No, this is not. It's hi Josh. I gotta sleep, but I figured I'd drop by for a second. Have a nice stream. I hope you won't hate me if and when I start playing Prism. Oh God. I'm incredibly tempted and have been for a long time. Well, Prism is a good deck. Right, Damien? I know you think so as well. just
Yeah,
just
it's a
don't
good
don't
deck.
don't run into Viscerize. What
Don't
about
worry.
In the Swing? That's another card that is a classic of dual wield warrior. What about In the Swing, Damien?
Well, it's like a head jab. It does block 3. But like, what are you trying to second swing? Are you trying to second swing your dagger that is coming in for 1 or 4? You're already making it come in for a break point, like a really annoying number to block. I'm not really trying to push the on hit for the dagger unless it's like a crazy turn. So it'd be like trying to line up too many cards with like Steelblade Supremacy or something along those lines. I don't think it's bad. I just think you could be trying to do like more powerful things.
Yep. We want the consistency, basically. Why Saber and Dagger instead of 2 daggers? Well, Saber has higher damage output. It remembers if it's blocked. Also, Unsheathed is a very good card. And if they let the Saber hit, then Saber, Blade Runner Saber is a very respectable amount of damage. I guess with 3 shift, Slice and Dice looks better than Spoils of War. I mean,
it could.
It could.
It could be.
Shift the Tide of Battle is one of those cards we're just going to need to play and see. Like, this card does demand a decent amount of support, to be fair. So
this deck is still going through testing. I changed like 7 cards in this deck a day. It's ever changing.
Yep. Yeah, this is a list that is a work in progress. Slice and Dice, we already talked about that. What do you think the go-to Dory list is? Dawnblade Hatchets, Aggro Dawnblade. If you want the absolute maximum power, I think it is a slower Dawnblade version. I do think Hatchets are also fine as well. Saber Hatchet Dory better than Dawnblade. I have a Dory deck tech coming out tomorrow, and one of the themes of the Dory deck tech that's coming out tomorrow is that I think people are playing way too aggressively with Dawnblade Dorinthia. This is a meta game where we have a lot of D-reacts. Why are we playing so fast? They did D-react decks. What do you think are the chances of getting a Pirate Warrior in the next set? Moderately high. You know, they swing swords, and, you know, warriors are these sword swingers. The only thing is that, well, we just got a warrior set, so are they going to print another warrior set? I don't know. Maybe. She's very fun, and I love complex decks. Kato got destroyed by LSS, and I really dig the Angel Divide aesthetic. Sorry, Josh. Well, if you go play Prism, I'll forgive you, because, you know, I mean, Bolton is a light hero. That's the only reason I'll forgive you. Have you talked about US Nats being at High Seas release date already, or is this not the stream for that? I mean, they said that they're working on some solutions. I don't know if you've watched the dev talk that came out yesterday, but at the very least, the vendors will have a lot of cards, so hopefully that will kind of help with the pricing a little bit. Pirate being the talent instead of the class would be cool. Yeah, I hope we get a merchant hero. That'd be pretty cool. Her nickname is Thea in the lore. I don't know why Dory stuck so hard. Yeah, Thea. I believe James White wanted to pay tribute to his grandmother or something like that. So they said Thea, Thea, Thea a lot in the lore. But yeah, Dory just Dory just stuck, I guess. Another warrior, please. Well, we might get a warrior with a parrot ally very soon. I've watched that. My gut reaction was that I wanted to quit the game. Well, Yeah, we'll see what the solution is for US Nats in Vegas. I mean, the good thing about it being in Vegas is that, you know, if if you scrub out of US Nats, I'm sure you could find a way to have some fun, right? Assuming you're 21. Based on our channel analytics, though, most of you are 28-year-old American males that love watching our videos between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. So if you are a 27, 28-year-old white guy American, hello. Maybe your name is Gary. I don't know. Dory's stuck because we all watched Finding Nemo. There we go. There we go. Swashbuckling warrior feels so fitting. Yeah. Maybe we could have the mechanologist warrior. You know, you swing your sword, fire your gun, right? Light Dory confirmed. Steel Blade Supremacy Border confirmed it. Yeah. Yeah. You might be right. You may be right. James White's words didn't sit well with many. Yes, I did read a lot of people that were a bit disappointed with that video. 28 Brazilian male here. Yeah, there we go. See, I mean, somewhere in these continents, most of our viewers are from the U.S., Canada, Germany. You know, I could pull it up, but our analytics are. I I I think 65% of our audience is between 25 and 34. So 30 from Chile. Nice. I'm also 30. 26 from Puerto Rico. All right. All right. Mech Pirate with Blunderbuss. Yes, please. 30 dude in the US so close. 24 Englishman. I'll have you know. Okay. Yeah, okay, Matthew, you're part of the like 7% of our audience or something like that. The Steelblade Supremacy border is just a Solana border. Okay. Well, we can hope, right? When we first saw the angel that became Bolana, we always thought that was Dory. I remember at Pro Tour Baltimore, they revealed, what was that card called, Damien? The one with, was it War, like Bolana, right? Angel of,
Which one?
Bolana Archangel of War, this one. Yeah. When they revealed this art at Pro Tour Baltimore, this was for Dusk Till Dawn, I believe. People went nuts, and they were like, "Oh my god, it's Light Dory! It's Light Dory! It's Light Dory!" And then I was like, "I don't know. This weapon doesn't look like Dawnblade to me." But you know, close. The border is the same, so yeah. And I was extremely sad when I found out that Bolton couldn't use this Light Angel ally. Maybe one day we'll get the ability to well, I don't need. How do you even summon this thing? You just play it? Oh, Figment of War. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. No, yeah. There's like literally no way for Bolton to ever play that. Very sad. But that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. 31, 32 will be you'll be 32 next week. Okay. Happy early birthday. 42 Michigan, 17 from New York, 46 from Brazil, 31, 32. All right. We got okay. All right, maybe the YouTube analytics lied to me, and you're not all 27-year-old white guys from the U.S. 102-year-old monk sitting in Tibet. All right, I believe you, Matt. I believe you. Check Celestial Cataclysm. Okay, yeah, I mean, it has the same border as Steelblade Supremacy. Legends, unless you're talking about this, legends grow larger and bolder from one generation to the next. What began as a brave warrior with a spear became a deity of virtue, raining down thunder upon tyrants. Prism. Nice. This is also one of my favorite mats of all time. So, all right. Fun fact, I already own some of the cards for Prism because I bought them when I first started accepting light cards for Bolton. Okay, yeah, I mean, if you have Soul Shields, you're already halfway there, right? We all thought it was Light Dorinthian Man. Yep. Gonna have to wait for Monarch Part 3, though. Kabuto stomps on Lumina. Now Dory's taking Bolton's gig. Poor guy, gonna be retconned until 2026, you know. At this rate, Bolton's gonna be a teenager before he LLs. Well, now with Dual Threat, we are talking about Pirate Dory. Oh, yeah. Dual Threat probably gonna be pretty good in that. Nah, I'm a 28-year-old white guy from the US. Yeah. So Wallace is our average CardGuyz stream enjoyer. I live in PA. Just got his Islander blood. Okay, cool. Imagine transforming Raiden into an angel and keeps Raiden text on the angel plus gives word plus other effects. I mean, there's so much design space that they could use. Or we just lie to YouTube. That is also possible. I'm gonna pull up our analytics right now because I think some of these just aren't true. Let's pull up some of these analytics. All right, so let's see. Let's go to audience. All right, so let's see if some of these are right. Okay, 44% of you are on computer. 40% of you are on your phone. 13% of you watch on your TV. That's kind of cool. If you're watching my stream on your TV, hello. And then 4% of you watch on a tablet. Okay. So about 40% on the computer, 40% on your phone, 12 to 13 on TV. Okay, sure. All right, let's play a game. Let's play a game. What percentage of our audience is between 18 and 44? Let's see what you guys think. 18 and 44. All right. And then well, we'll let the guesses come in and then we'll go to the next one. The next one is gender. All right. Phone right now, 1% watching on Quest 2. Oh, if you're watching me on your VR headset, oh my goodness. What if you're on both? Oh man, you're just helping our views? Nice, nice. 90%, 94, 80, 100%. Matt, you're definitely wrong. But, you know, Tibetan monks, what do they know? 87, 78, 56, 80. All right. The amount of viewers that are between 18 and 44 is 96%. 96%. So if you are below 18 or above 45 or above 44, that's kind of cool. All right, so yeah, 10% of our audience is 18 to 24. 60% is 25 to 34. 26% is 35 to 44. Cool. All right, let's ask another one. What percentage of CardGuyz viewers are male? 99, 95, 95, 90, 78.9. Oh. Maybe that would be true if maybe if I was 10 times more handsome or something, I don't know. You feel bad because you literally got your Fang cards. I mean, you're going to get to enjoy Fang for many years based on his week 1 RTN performance. 95, 89, 100, 99, 96. All right, it's 98.8. 98.8 is male. All right, we'll do one more. All right, geography. So, what percentage is US viewers versus international viewers? Let's see this one. 200% male. No, that can't be right. What percentage of CardGuyz viewers are from the US? And I actually think this correlates very closely with what percentage of people with like active gem IDs are from the US. 50, 67, 65, 68, 54, 75% US, 25% international. Oh, hi, Kyle. Yes, you do know the numbers, but I also know the numbers because I have YouTube Studio. 65. Okay, so most people thinking about 65. Ooh, Stygian Lightning, very close with the 40. 38% is from the US, that's pretty cool. We got a pretty international audience, which is really cool. So 62% of people are outside the US, which is cool. So, and we kind of saw earlier in the chat that a lot of people are, not from the US, which is great. 4 a.m. in Germany. Jeez. Hello, international fellows. Yes, there's a, yeah, it's basically 40-60 US versus international. If you combine US and Canada, then it's 45 roughly. So, yeah. Most warriors are from Asia, so 10%. Ah, okay. You're goated. Yes, you are. You're very good. All right, guys. Okay. Well, I don't know how we got on that side tangent, but let's go play some games. This is the deck list we're going to be taking. I've already linked it in the chat, but I'm going to link it again. Damien, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Sorry about that little rant. I was just reading chat too much. All right. All right, let's play a couple games and kind of figure out where this deck stands. Now, obviously, we're not going to want to run into any Viscerize. Oh, okay, we ran into a Jarl. So, would you like to go first or second? Probably go first against Jarl in general.
You want to go first. You don't want them to crumble or imposing visage your armor.
Yep. Although, a lot of the Jarl builds now are probably net decking the battle-hardened winning list, so there's a decent chance at that. Are we running Kabuto, or we're probably running Crown because they're running...
You're playing Crown of Providence. They don't play Zealous Belting or anything.
Yeah. All right. I presume these and the D-Reacts and...
We're definitely boarding over 60. You're playing the Gore Belting and you're playing the Jagged Edge package.
So we're going
because this game could go to... Yeah, it could go to Fatigue. That's why you have to play so many cards.
Okay. So are you happy with this loadout here?
It looks fine. You can bring in the snags for extra blues if you want, but last time I'd bring in 2 snags, not 3.
Just to fix the
brought
blue
in 3
count.
last time. Yeah, it also plays around Pummel.
Sure.
In case they play it.
All right, let's go for it. All right, so this is actually going to be... I think this is actually going to be a pretty difficult matchup to play, like, just from the start. Because, well, we're going to have to adjust to a new deck, and this here is actually quite hard to play against. I guess we're just setting the Steelblade Supremacy into the arsenal. I don't think we're going to get much damage in here.
We could swing on turn 0. We could pitch, like, the Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
And see how he reacts.
What happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we could get a good draw off the glint, so we'll see. No Stalagmite. That does make our life a lot easier. So are we just going for this?
Yeah, you just glint first. You want to see what you draw?
Sure.
I mean, it's warrior stuff.
Ooh. That's pretty good. Yeah. So we could actually just play these and push.
I mean, I'd play the Jagged Edge here just to see what happens.
And maybe we just grains with this. We just take the 2 damage and grains.
Yeah. Yeah, we can
we don't want to give him an extra filter here. There's also, if he has a D-React, we're kind of just chilling here. All right, so let's make a Vigor token, and I think we're just gonna pass here, right? We don't want to.
Yeah, you can pass here. You can use bracers to filter if you really want, but I don't think it's worth it. I think you just arsenal one of these cards. Yeah. I'd actually arsenal the least important one in case he plays CNC or something.
Sure.
We'll
arsenal the Blade Fury.
Yeah.
Oh, CYB. Oh. Okay, so now we actually might want to push.
Thinking.
Pitching
Remembrance, very interesting.
Yeah, so we could just go with the Saber again, pitching this. There's a chance this doesn't block. I think it's okay.
I think you pitch the Supremacy, you put it back in your deck. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get some deck damage. And we'll try to pitch. So we don't have a way to shuffle, right? So we're going to definitely want to line this up in the late game. So our pitch stack starts with Blade Runner, or starts with Supremacy Blade Runner. So we need to remember that. All right. So we drew some of our, actually a pretty powerful hand.
This hand's crazy.
This hand is nuts. And look at that. No pressure from our opponent. So we're just going to block with Dynamos, right?
Yeah, this hand's nuts.
Yeah. All right. Why don't you explain to the people out there why this hand is a nuts hand?
Oh, it just does a lot of damage.
It doesn't. It does a
The
ton of damage.
perforate's gonna make our resource. The perforate's gonna make our resource curve really fine, and it's gonna let us carry over multiple vigors depending on how many attacks hit this turn. So
Right,
we're definitely just leading with Centauri.
Yep. Let's see how he
It's
does.
5 cards in hand, 2.
Yep. And that's the nice
Kind
thing
of
about the vigor
intimidating.
token. Okay, so now we need to play Blade Runner, and I
I
presume
would
we're also
play
going to
perforate.
perforate
I would
first.
perforate first.
Yep.
You want to see what you draw.
Yep. Sure. All right. So target dagger is over here, obviously.
Yeah, I also wouldn't Blade Flurry this.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Because if he has like a
yeah,
sink
we
below...
might just want to combine the Blade Flurry with a better card. Okay, so now that we have Take It on the Chin, we want to move this into the arsenal. So we do want to play all these cards out, right? Okay, so
yeah, so now we're Blade Runnering.
Now we play Blade Runner, and
we're just holding the Blade Flurry to see what happens.
Sure. Okay, so
if this hits, then we can guarantee our value from the Blade Flurry anyway.
Yep. One card we're gonna have to keep a very close eye on is I was literally about to say Blizzard. So he's gonna quick dodge flexors this, sure.
I think that's fine.
So do we Blade?
I think you just let it happen. No, I think you just let this happen.
Just attack 3 times with the dagger because it costs 1 less. So I think we want our Dorinthia trigger on the dagger, which is important. Okay. So the issue is that well, this already could attack twice, so we're gonna get max value out of the Blade Flare, which is nice. Okay, so we just pass here. All right. So now we cut deep, swing, or do we swing and then cut deep next?
You cut deep to play around. I don't know, Blizzard. You pitched one.
Sure. All right, so we'll just swing this dagger out, and it costs no resources. Look at that. Hey, you thought you thought daggers don't hurt? Oh boy, daggers could hurt. Dory is clearly right-handed.
I would definitely always Blade Flurry this, I think.
Yep. Sure. And remember, we haven't even got our Dorinthia trigger yet. So this, we're going to swing, into swing, into swing. We're also going to get a Grains trigger here as well. Remember during the deck tech, oh, staunch response. Okay, we got like a ultra tank Jarl here. Jesus. Okay. So, sure. He didn't pay into it, but, you know, he had that one floating. Okay, sure. All right, so as long as... Okay, so it still hasn't hit. That's kind of an issue. We really do want the Dory trigger. Okay, still another direct, sure. All right, so we're just going to have to swing this and hope that 3 gets there, which I don't think it will, but we'll see. Again, we still haven't had our Dory trigger.
I actually think it's fine no matter what happens, because if they block with a card, they can't Tunic Sledge.
Yep. There's the quick dodge flexors again. Expose the elements. Okay, sure. All right, that's fine. So, I'm going to Grains here, and then swing the dagger, right?
Yeah.
Right. Gonna arsenal this. This is probably... I mean, this is literally not going to get out of our arsenal next turn, but, you know, it is what it is. All right, so dagger number 3. So we went saber, dagger, 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 which is pretty cool.
Now the flexors are gone. That's pretty important for our sharpened steel turns later.
Yep. All right, we're going to arsenal this, take it on the chin. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Look at that.
I love hands that look like this.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
1 blue and 3 reds.
This looks like a great warrior hand. Okay, so obviously going to start with Unsheathed and the Saber, I presume.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and the nice thing is we get to hold back the texture of our hand. So playing something like Blizzard doesn't hurt so badly because, you know, it's possible we have 2 blues, so... All right, so we know he pitched a Blizzard. That's something we need to keep in mind. There's Unforgetting, Unforgiving. So this is not going to allow him to tutor because we don't have anything that's busted up. All right, so I presume we don't push the Jagged Edge right now because there's really no need to.
There's no reason to do it.
It just makes the sink below block cleaner, right? And we want the... We're okay with the hero ability triggering on the Saber, which is...
I would love the hero ability to trigger on the Saber.
Yeah, it's actually... Yeah, it's actually better that the hero ability... Now, here's the interesting thing. If they block out the saber, that means like our nuts turns with the dagger is actually more effective, right? So it's really a hard situation for them.
We need how many resources to play out this turn? Can we grains here?
Uh,
1, 2. We can't grains.
We
Okay.
can't. We cannot grains, yes, because we need one for this, one for this, one for this. So no grains, and we're just gonna play twist and turn into dagger, and then we'll end with the saber, and we'll play the jagged edge sometime.
Yeah.
All right. So twist and turn. Now, this on hit does not matter, but he doesn't know that. He might have some information because we didn't use the grains that we have a 1 cost in our hand, but we'll see. So this is actually kind of threatening because if he lets this hit, we can convert 1 resource into 1 damage. And basically, just like back in the day, when you played against Guardian as Warrior, the more you swing with your weapons, the better it's going to be. Look at this. We've already, we're keeping up in cards, which is nice.
I actually think this deck has a decent Jarl matchup. Yeah. It's not terrible. It's not insane.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
yeah, we're good with that block.
I think we just let him overblock here, which is fine.
He's probably not going to block the Centauri Saber because they want a Tunic Sledge, so we're probably leaking some damage here.
Yep. Also, the Saber, if he blocks the Saber with an attack and we push it through, the Saber will remember that it was blocked, right? Because this is until end of turn. It's very, very important to remember that.
Yeah.
All right, Jagged Edge, going to push in 5 damage, hopefully. D-React from Arsenal, sure, whatever. Go for it, Jarl. All right, so we're probably just blocking with boots and take it on the chin if he swings his sledge, depending on the texture of our hand. Okay, yeah. All right, he's just going to pass. So actually, we don't have go again right now, which is kind of an issue. So how do you want to play this hand?
How do you want to play this hand? I just want to cut deep into deck. Actually, you could swing the Centauri Saber and then pitch. You could swing the Centauri Saber, pitching like take it on the chin, and then pitch the snag to play a provoke. I think that's fine.
Mm-hmm. This is like slightly more damage, right? If we go this into this.
Yeah, but it's a card out of deck.
That's true. Okay. Sure. Okay, let's go with Saber, and then we'll provoke it. So you want to pitch the take it on the chin, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Take it on the chin's gonna be crazy in second cycle if we get there.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know how we don't get there.
All right, so he's blocking again. All right, so now we can.
Now we provoke
the snag.
Yeah.
All right, so causing him to commit another card, frozen to death. All right, sure. So now he blocks 7 on 2, which is not bad. We also 2 for 1 in terms of cards. All right.
It's unfortunate how the turn cycle played out.
Yep. It's okay. I don't think he will be able to utilize his hand to the best of his ability, I think. Based on his deck, this is probably like a CYB deck. So, like a very, very defensive deck. Okay. So, we have... well, we're going to take it on the chin, and we're going to swing with our dagger, or sword. We're going to perforate this dagger, then we're going to attack with the dagger. Scar tissue it, probably.
I'm not even sure. We perforate the dagger. We might just like arsenal to perforate because you're like burning your perforates for like no value doing it like this.
Sure.
So I think we just take 3 here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I wonder what they're holding. Maybe like a Sigil or D-React.
Yeah, it could be CYB. Looks like it is not. Okay. There's a remembrance. Okay, sure. All right, so we're playing against like Fatigue Oldham Bravo style Jarl here. Jesus. Okay. All right, so Saber pitch this, and we see where it goes from here. Any nourishing emptiness in this list? Yes. Clip that. I need that clip. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So they blocked again with their Guardian block card. So here we just let this happen, I presume, and then swing the dagger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we could make a vigor from grains this turn as well.
Yeah, instead of swinging.
This is probably hitting.
Yeah. He's probably not blocking this. It's just, oh, okay. I mean, sure. We just double scar tissue and hope that it hits.
These are the matchups I want to play attack actions in, but like, there's like not enough room in the deck because they'll block your like dagger, and you select CNC.
All right. So again, we had an action point and the ability and a resource, but we chose to make a vigor token instead of daggering. 250 people watching. Ooh, quite a bit. All right. All right, we're gonna Arsenal the Perforate. We're gonna try to combine that, hopefully, with a Steel Blade Supremacy or some other similar effect. All right. It's very important that our strong turns do well. Jeez. Okay, so how do you want to do this? So we only have one source of go again, which is the hit and run. So I presume we have to play the hit and run and swing this.
Yeah, so you can give like dynamos and full block if you want. Yeah. We could play the hit and run out and swing our 2 weapons. Okay. Depending on like how they block, we might actually cast the Perforate just to do more damage or to push our dagger on hit for like grains and stuff. If they block with an attack on the Atari Saber, we might be able to shift the tide of battle to try to make it agility.
Well,
but definitely have to cast hit and run.
I mean, yeah, we have to play hit and run and then kind of go from there. So again, we want to put the Rouse back into our deck, so that's going to be our priority here.
Yep.
All right, so I think we just say fine, right? And we just play this out? Or
yeah.
attack with this? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually
good for us. How we were going to use all these resources.
Yeah. All right, pay 2. All right. All right, so he has 1 Blizzard, about 48 cards down, maybe 45 cards down, and then he has 1 in the wild. All right, so he's not blocking this. Great for us. We're going to get to attack again and convert our hand. Look at that. I love it.
Somehow all worked out.
Somehow that all worked out. This was actually a very shitty hand, but, you know, yeah, it worked. Great. All right. Okay, this hand is not that great.
It keeps happening. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It keeps happening.
All right, so I
guess we
could sync, try to look for something. I guess that's what the best option.
Here. Yeah. Out of all the go again we have with the deck, it's very impressive to not draw any.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a hand of cards that works.
It is a big dagger swing. You're right.
Yeah. This does convert cleanly into 3 card. Well, technically, this is only 2 cards right now. 2 card 9, I heard, is not too bad. And I presume we should convert this into a...
we should definitely convert this into a grains resource.
Yep. Ooh, staunch coming out. If we can. Looks like we cannot. Sure. All right, he gave his Balance of Justice there as well. I'm not sure why. It's very possible he's not super familiar with our deck, so...
I feel like we're going to draw all the go again in one hand and be very sad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's
not yet.
Yeah, I mean, this hand's not bad at all, actually. 2 blues, a go again, and a pump. This is going to convert pretty easily here. I guess we pitch the Trot Log just to hold this. There might be some world where we use this. All right, Saber for 4. Now, with this hand, we want to Jagged Edge this. Okay, no reactions.
If it's just going to hit, though, we should pass priority.
Yep.
Don't take it whatever, though.
Yep. There's a Fate from hand. Let's Jagged Edge it because we want our hero ability to trigger on the Saber. And we can pass priority. Does he have another D-React? He does not. Okay, so we can
grain.
We can grains here. We could dagger into saber and very clean. So let's do that. Of course, this is not just one damage. This is one on hit, 2 copper. Now, if Cashin was in the deck,
This
would be
deck makes
this
so much
this
copper.
deck. we only have 2 spoils of war, and we could end with like double-digit copper. That's very possible.
I've played one Spoils of War and ended with double-digit copper.
Yeah, pretty good. All right. Well, Damien, I think we are swinging our weapons as much as humanly possible. So, I mean, if we can,
We're trying.
If our deck damage can survive triple remembrance, Jarl cosplaying as Oldhim, yeah, this we're not gonna get fatigued.
Maybe we should play 2 Remembrance.
Yeah, maybe. Look at me, I'm the fatigue deck now. All right. Here comes the sledge.
This is a hand of all time.
There's another blizzard, so we know we don't have to deal with blizzard for another probably 9 or 10 turns. Okay, so how do you want to use this hand? This hand has go again.
Block with dynamos,
yeah,
I think.
I'm
not sure I want to block with anything else.
Yeah, just play it out.
Because we need the Blade Runner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the hand curves off of the Vigor token, so
yep.
It's pretty good.
All right. We'll just block with the dynamos. Keep our armor shiny, just in case the CNC comes around. Okay, there's a CYB from Arsenal. Sure. All right. I mean, it just leads with Saber, right? There's no point in doing anything else. All right.
I'm just waiting on like a Sharpened Senses or a Steelblade Supremacy in order to cast our Arsenal.
Yep. Our pitch stack did start with Steelblade Supremacy, but that was like 9 turns ago, literally. So
it's kind of crazy how we keep like catching up in deck damage.
Yes, we are catching up in deck damage. Do we Blade Flurry here? I think.
I would definitely Blade Flurry here. I would Blade Runner Blade Flurry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we're not trying to swing the dagger multiple times on this turn. We want to swing the saber multiple times, so we'll go like that. All right, so we do not have the resources, so we will not. All right, so now we can cut deep Quicksilver Dagger into Saber, which is quite clean.
And this dagger's coming in for something big, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out, like I said, Dory is right-handed. And if she pokes you with anything, it'll hurt. Dagger for 8. Pretty good. No blocks from our opponent. Is this staunch response number?
Is it a staunch? I don't like that.
Card efficient Oasis. All right, sure.
I'm okay with that more than I am a staunch.
This guy has never yield in his deck. Jesus.
We're going deep.
Oh boy. Okay. Sure. I have not seen this card ever.
We are strategically at lower life.
Yeah.
They didn't gain one.
That is true. Double Oasis. Look at this guy. Is he going to Tunic CYB with his last one? Maybe. All right. Saber for 2. Sorry, 3. The Saber remembered that it was blocked by an attack action. Very nice.
Wow, the turns are going to be long. You might want to keep track of that.
Yeah. We don't have Go Again, which is unfortunate.
Yes. Well, we do have Go Again. It's just poor Go Again.
Yep.
We might be pitching our Steelblade Supremacy again. Turns out.
Yep. So it could be hit and run, swing the Saber, pitch, maybe the Shelter to start, and kind of go from there.
Yeah. I do think we have to cast Perforate this turn. Mm-hmm. Perforate does fix this hand.
Yep. All right, let's see. Yeah, we could pitch the Supremacy, Perforate the Dagger.
Yep. That's correct.
And kind of go from there.
See what we draw.
So we're going to get to draw something, hopefully a blue. That's not amazing.
I think that you don't Blade Flurry this, but since we didn't draw a blue and we don't want to pitch, you're going to want to swing your dagger 3 times. So you're going to want to Blade Flurry the dagger.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we will just let this resolve. Remember that our Quicksilver daggers do cost 1 less this turn, so we can Arsenal the Blade Runner, which looks quite nice. Okay, that was unfortunate. If we could have combined the Supremacy and the Perforate when he's off an Arsenal, that would have been preferred, but that's all right. Now we know he can't give us any he doesn't have a Blizzard, so that's good.
We just pass here.
Yep. Yep. And we will not pay for that. And then we can swing again. And then we can Blade Flurry and swing. So this is giving him a clean block here, though, if he wants to.
That hand converted pretty well for how terrible it was.
Yeah. I mean, we did sideboard up, like, almost all the way, so it is like, okay.
But we'd also sided in blues.
Yeah, that is true. All right. Now, we put a D-React next to our Supremacy is not exactly the greatest thing in the world, but...
I found our Sharpened Senses.
Yeah. So
that's all we go again.
Yeah, so Unsheath, swing, and maybe we just play the Blade Runner just to play it.
I think you do play the Blade Runner just to play it, and I think you're gonna like try to turn one of these Sharpens into like grains.
Yep.
And Arsenal is Sharpen.
Yep, that's what I was thinking as well. All right, there's a block for 6. Let's go with a Blade Runner. All right, and then swing dagger.
Also not opposed to like if you like.
Hopefully this connects. If this does not connect,
it probably won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's all right. We could also break a copper and find a different arsenal.
Is that?
It's going to be a random card.
No, I don't think it's worth it.
Okay. Tunic Sledge.
Oh,
Tunic Imposter.
This hand's crazy.
Yeah. All right, so tell me a little bit about this hand because it's not immediately obvious to me.
Oh, it's just like a Perforate Sharpen Senses turn. That's all it is. I have block with Dynamos here, and that's it.
Okay.
I am concerned about deck damage though. At a certain point, eventually we're gonna have to start blocking, but that's what our D-Reacts are for, I suppose.
Sure. Okay. Okay, so how is this turn going to be structured?
You're going to lead with the dagger, pitching the Shift the Tide of Battle. Well, my bad. You're going to play out your Sharpened Senses, and then you're going to swing the Centauri Saber, and then yeah.
Okay, sure.
it might feel like a waste, but you're getting value out of them. You can get up to 4 value this turn out of them. So
this Saber does not have go again unless we literally play Blade Runner out, though.
Well, double Sharpen Sensor will give a go again.
No, it won't. It's only at 4, not 5.
Oh. No, yeah, we are playing the Blade Runner.
Okay, so
yeah,
still playing one of these though, or just keeping it?
Yeah, I think you're playing both of them still because you're actually just trying to stack the damage, not the.
Okay, sure.
Not the effect of go again.
Okay. We can't. Well, we can perforate and then use the card we drew for the Blade Runner. I guess is fine.
Yes.
So we'll do that.
If it were a blue,
hopefully we draw a blue. That'd be preferred. Okay. Look at that. We're pros.
We did it.
We did it. All right. Sure. All right, now we attack with the dagger, but this is only for 3, right? Oh no, it has a blade runner 6.
What?
Ooh,
No, it's for 6.
ooh, spicy. So if he blocks 6 into 3, then we don't get our third swing, which is a little unfortunate.
But they're not doing anything on their turn.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yep.
It could have been a waste to play it, but then does he... I still think it's correct.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Oh no.
Oh, this hand's fine. You just sent 13.
Oh yeah. Oh no, we drew all reds. JK, it's fine. Do we want to arsenal any of these by any chance? Is there maybe we
is there merit to arsenal? There might be merit to arsenaling twist and turn, but we're out of perforates, so it might be worth it to just cash in the damage now.
Okay. Sure. We'll just cash in the damage now. So unfortunately, our Steel Blade Supremacy turns have not lined up, which is very sad for us, but it is what it is.
I don't think we're going to get to play any Steel Blade Supremacy turns this game.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. No Steel Blade Supremacy turns this game. Oh, God. All right, so he's going to blow up our boots, but who cares? We are not going to pay. All right, this is a very, very annoying Jarl deck, but let's see if we can get there. Jesus, this guy really wants to cosplay as Oldham.
Man, if this was a perforate turn, swing that dagger like a million times.
All right, we already used 2 of our scar tissue, so this is just +4. So
yeah,
we go here, pitch here, swing. We're gonna arsenal the sink probably, or do you want to turn this into a greens if something hits?
We might turn it into a third swing depending on if something hits.
Sure. Oh yeah,
For
if the saber hits, yeah, I think we do turn it into another attack. Now, another thing is that most Jarl lists are going to have a lot of attack action, so the saber's going to get buffed a lot. But I think this, Damien, this Jarl deck definitely looking kind of different. Let's put it that way. All right, saber, bloodshed,
yeah,
dagger, and we're going to follow up with this entire saber instead of arsenaling this. So we are actually even on deck damage, I think.
After a remembrance? That's pretty good.
Yeah. We saw him pitch one as well. He's played 3C.
And they loaded 70 cards.
Yeah, they loaded everything.
Yeah.
35 plus 31 is 60. I think they loaded 69, but they loaded a lot of cards.
This is the matchup where Oath of Steel would be crazy.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. We have 12 copper tokens. That's pretty good.
We have so much copper.
Oh, hello.
We drew the funny card.
We drew all of our one-ups. Nice. All right. Take it on the chin, I guess. And then
you can start being defensive if you want. You could block with Glint and then play the take it on the chin. If you wanted to, and go like Saber, Quicksilver if it hits grains into Gore Belching. Or we could arsenal the Gore Belching for like a later turn. I do think we blocked a little bit on this turn. Our life steal is going to start dwindling at some point. And we can't really use the whole hand.
Well, we can use the whole hand, can't we?
Oh, you want to...
I want to play this out.
I guess that's fine.
Yeah, pitch this for the turn.
We try that.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about our life total after a certain point.
I think we're fine. We still have quite a bit of armor as well, I guess. I mean, what's he gonna do? He's gonna fuse an Okinold? That's not what he's doing. Alright, so let's go Saber, pitch this. And then we can dagger. Well, depending on... There was actually another play there. We could have glinted the second Saber attack. But I guess this is fine. Okay. So we can dagger. kind of incentivized to block this. Ooh, we didn't. Okay.
I think we're getting Oakenholded.
Mm.
I
Okay,
kind of want to throw the gore belching.
You want to do what? Yeah,
I kind of want to just throw the gore belching.
Yeah, definitely throw the gore belching this turn. But
yeah,
we can make a vigor, or we can swing the dagger.
I think you make a vigor.
All right.
I think if we're about to get disrupted heavily, we're gonna need multiple resources.
We can play
it's like an extra card.
Goblet. Now we have a functional turn already, and then we can gore belching. Gonna reveal. You know, now our pitch stack is all messed up, Damien.
Oh no, our pitch stack.
Our pitch stack.
I think it was kind of bad.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Now it's all over the place. All right, there's the third staunch response. So this guy literally playing some of the most card efficient things you could do in the game.
Oh, we did get Oakenholded.
We did get Oakenholded, but
I was right.
I think. All right, we lose 2 cards randomly. Do we want to preserve any
We could give all of our...
Oh, actually,
we could give all of our armor.
Yeah. Yep.
Giving armor against Jarl, but we're at like low life totals. I think this is inevitable. So
yeah. All right, so I think we're good with this, right?
Yeah, we just play out this turn. We have a lot of resources.
Yep. Gonna sink any card? Probably shift, right?
Maybe the shift.
Yeah. Let's look for an attack react. Okay. It's
2 damage.
Not great, but it's okay. All right, so holding our armor did well there. Okay, so how do you want to use our 2 vigor tokens, our agility, and our supremacy this turn?
Do we want to like? I think we want to ask for cards, or we could just we could swing Centauri into like cut deep dagger. We could arsenal the supremacy. We still have a sharpened senses left on the deck.
Sure. I kind of want to combine this with a blade flurry. We don't actually have that many attack reacts. Is kind of the issue.
Yeah.
All right. You love to see 4 against 2.
I'm glad we didn't supremacy it.
I mean, we're just getting to the almost second cycle, so he still has D-reacts. So he has no more fate. He has 1 sink, maybe 1 oasis. No shelters, no staunches. Yeah. Okay, so we let this happen. So now we can cut deep swing.
Yeah.
Or we could crack a copper.
I mean, that's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
We do have so many copper. Sure.
Copper is the payoff, guys. Oh.
Actually, not terrible. I think we can pitch the cut deep and then provoke him. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Like and if this hits, we can swing it again and then provoke him.
Yep. This is actually the worst case scenario. But whatever. Card, please. Or empty your hand, place all your CYBs.
Their arsenal is Pulsibites Loft, though. We do need to keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's the third Oasis gone. So right now he's on 1 sink. And that's it. Because his 3 Fates gone, 3 Oasis gone, 2 sinks gone, 3 Staunch gone. His Blizzard is coming back soon, so we do need to keep that in mind.
There are 3 CYBs in their deck.
Yep. Okay, there's 1.
There are 2 CYBs in their deck.
Mm-hmm. All right, how do we want to utilize 2 Steelblade Supremacies?
I think we only want to utilize 1 Steelblade Supremacy.
Okay, so Supremacy Saber, or do we want to crack a copper?
Yeah, I think it's
something.
I think it's Supremacy Saber, because if you crack a copper and you hit him, and he lets you hit him, he's going to crack Balance of Justice.
Okay. Well, we're going to get a draw from the Glint either way.
Oh, you don't want to play Blade Runner?
We could. Yeah. I mean, Blade Runner is not going to boost this up to something that actually matters, though. So He's thinking right now, which is good for us. So now we're forced to play the Blade Runner. So
Yes.
yeah. I presume there is a D-React coming. Maybe the last sink blow. Ooh, it hit.
Oh, it is hitting.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, we have to think now.
I think we pay for
I do think we make the
yeah.
right. We make the figure? Yeah, I think we do. Right?
I think we do. We have too many resources. But what do we pitch?
The glint.
Probably the glint, right? Because this is converting easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can go cut deep, dagger into saber. But then this draw could be nearly useless.
Well, we have grains.
Yeah, I guess we can always convert into greens.
I wouldn't say completely useless.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I was thinking about breaking a copper token there, but I guess, you know, we're gonna have to see here. All right, 5, go again.
Kind of scary if they let that hit. They must really like their hand.
Yep.
Either that or they drew all their no blocks.
There's the pulse. Gonna give us a frostbite.
So now we have to pitch this card to swing our last saber, which I think is fine.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it because it still has the Steel Blade Supremacy effect on it. And if they didn't block that first saber, I don't think they're blocking this one either. It's very weird they use the pulse on the Quicksilver Dagger, but we'll take it. All right, let's draw a card. That's fine in Arsenal.
That's a good card.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he wanted the balance. Okay, sure.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
far. I haven't seen how they're going to use their whole hand.
So let's think about our pitch stack here. I think we probably want the, I guess like this would be fine. All right. We do not have a lot of attack reactions left in our deck, so this could get difficult. All right. Is it just trot along into saber, into dagger, and kind of go from there?
I mean, we could like twist and turn and shift the tide of battle or dagger.
We're also getting low-ish on cards, so that's another thing to consider.
I do think we've lost this, but
I mean, this is like one deck that is. This is the most Talishar deck I've seen in a while. You don't bring this to tournaments. Okay, so I think we just block for one card, right?
You get blocked with the trot along because it's not threat density.
Sure. So you want to play twist and turn, dagger, and then shift.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
And they're also going to play CYB on this turn. No, you should block with just the trot along, I think. Maybe.
Oh, well, too late.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's... Okay, so he's reached his pitch stack, I think.
You say
or that
one remembrance.
Or that remembrance was at the very bottom of his stack, so we'll see.
He shuffled the original stack with a remembrance, so.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Now, I don't think we can get 3 swings off in this turn, unfortunately.
No.
But maybe we can convert this into a greens token, but probably not. Ooh, we are. Okay. All right, we are running low on gas, though. At the start of your turn, destroy, never yield. Then if you have no cards in hand, draw a card. If you have less life, gain 2 life. If you control less equipment, remove a -1 counter. This doesn't do anything. Okay, tear asunder.
No, he's gonna tear asunder us.
With what?
He found the better play.
Oh, he found the better line. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's a pretty good line. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't. We would literally have to sink into a ticket on the chin. That's literally the only possibility here, right? We have 2 ticket on the chin in our upgrades, so maybe we can.
You'd have to block like bracers and sink and then get lucky.
Yep, that's what we got to do. So let's try it.
I would sink the throttle log because discarding the snag is whatever.
Oh my god, we are so good at this game. We are so good at this game, guys. Well, we saw the possibility, right? We saw the line that, and we played to our outs. Oh my god, we are so good at this game. I don't think we're gonna win this game, but are you not entertained, chat? 1 in 17 there. Not quite, because we have some pitch there, but yeah, basically 1 in 17. All right, so we have 2 agility tokens. Great.
Yeah, I think it's just sword dagger, right? And then like,
I mean, we also
maybe provoke him.
Man, we need an outlet for our copper generation, man. That's
I don't think there is one.
Yeah, there's not.
Actually, there's like if we played potions and like knick-knack, bric-a-brac.
Yeah, knick-knack, bric-a-crack, crack-a-brack. Oh, God.
Oh man.
All right, so I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have made a bigger token there.
I mean, you could just swing Centauri Saber here and then provoke it, or you could. I mean, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully this ruins his turn. No more. Ow.
Did not.
Yeah.
Indeed, ruin their turn.
It might have ruined his turn if he. Oh no, he now.
Oh.
Boo!
No way out of this one.
All right. I mean, we just shelter and then go from there, right? There's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a vigor token, so we can swing and arsenal this. Not awful. Dude, we are trying our damnest to deal with this deck, but it is hard. This guy running full defense, triple remembrance, CYB. Oh no, another Oakenold.
Oh, he's been remembrancing them back.
Oh. What a jackass. All right. You know, there might have been a play there where we didn't block with the D-React and we just try to arsenal a D-React just to... Because if this was a shelter, we'd actually be fine. All right. How do we want to get out of this one? Probably block with the Supremacy?
What do you mean get out of this one?
I don't know.
What?
Try.
I think it'd be quicker just to take an iron. Get more games in.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, we do have a functional turn, but he is at 20, so I don't know if this is really doing anything. Hit and run swing? I guess we have to, right? Well, guys.
Turns out we lose to triple remembrance.
Turns out Warrior loses to triple remembrance, 8,000 D reacts Jarl. No, we don't want to make it bigger yet.
Shocking revelation.
Shocking revelation here, boys.
Yeah. It's revolutionary.
And look at this. We aren't even going to go to time. Look at that, because we play fast. All right, we are probably dead next turn.
I mean, we're just getting Oakenolted again, right?
I don't know. Ooh, Righteous Cleansing.
Ah, Righteous Cleansing. Ah,
yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And 2 cards. Well, he hasn't shown a pummel, so I'm not going to respect this. It's probably.
Oh, there's no way. It's probably CYB.
Yep.
Or the third remembrance. Or not.
Guys, this is partly why you should not. Well, as a streamer, I really should not be creating games because this happens a lot. All right, righteous cleansing again, and we are just gonna run out of deck, Damien. I think
We could just take 10.
we could have just taken 10,
We
But-
could have just taken 10.
but
But you were trying.
I'm trying my damnest. All right, is there anything we learned from this game?
Yeah, no more Jarls.
Yeah, no more Jarls. No Jarl, no Viscerai. We don't want to
No,
play against them.
no more Jarls for the stream or
Yeah.
Viscerai because he's like gone in 2 weeks.
Yep. We were holding card parity for a while, but yeah. Ow.
If only we weren't like forced to play our perforates at the wrong times.
Yeah.
Do a little better.
This guy's running triple remembrance. Oh man. I'm pretty sure I've played against this guy before. Flying bread. All right. Well, at least we have a decent 2-card turn. All right. So, I mean, he didn't even run any attacks other than Oakenold. So it's like a righteous cleansing as well. So it's like, yeah. Pay 2 or lose go again. Oh, we also have a frostbite, so yeah, okay. We will just accept that. Oh boy.
Josh, just don't block it. Just don't block it.
Just don't block it.
Yeah, we don't need to be here any longer.
All right.
We were actually supposed to leave 20 minutes ago, but you wanted to play it out.
I want to learn more lines with this deck. Okay. We finished in time. Look at that. Okay, so we actually didn't block with many of our cards. I feel like, given our circumstances, we actually played pretty close to optimally. Okay. Well, sorry guys. That was yeah. That was a game. Let's just put it that way. All right. Okay. Let's catch up a little bit with this chat a little bit. Let's see. It's Jover, Josh. Yes, it was. Na, 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 na. Someone Q snipe this guy with Dreadbore after this? Yeah, maybe.
Dreadbore to that
181 damage threatened. I mean, we were attacking with our weapons multiple times every turn. Can you explain Snag? Sorry if you already have. That was just to up our blue count. Because we brought in a lot of cards. Okay.
If you're talking about like Snag in the deck, it's for assassins.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's see if we can get a more normal game going. I'm hesitant to click this button, Damien.
You really shouldn't. You should
I really
just, like,
shouldn't.
join. You should join a game.
So normally I host games, but now we're gonna pick our opponent. Want to play against the Leviah, Damien?
Sure.
All right, let's play against the Leviah. Oh, someone already joined. All right.
You have to be quicker than that, Josh, if you're gonna join a game.
All right. I don't want to play against Verdants. Please no.
There's this Syndra on OpenCC.
All right. I mean,
I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing either. What the heck? All right, we'll just F5 this a couple times, and we'll see. Ooh, a competitive CC game. You want to join that?
Yeah, you should do it quickly. They go fast.
All right, Robert gets a fly. Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, so we might actually get more value out of Kabuto with this version.
Yeah, it'll probably be a 5 block this game.
Oh, he disconnected.
Oh.
What type of player makes a competitive CC game and then leaves? All right. Okay.
Go join that Arachne in OpenCC.
You want to join that?
That'll be more entertaining.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing in OpenCC, but
first?
Okay, against Arachne, you want to go. You want to go second. Yeah. You want tempo.
Yeah.
I don't. It's very iffy whether or not you play Caputo in this matchup or Crown of Providence. You might just play Crown of Providence so you don't get like CNC'd or something.
Yep. D-Reacts and Snag, I presume.
Yeah.
And just
and one Nourishing Emptiness.
One Nourishing Emptiness.
Yep. Oh, they left.
This guy doesn't.
Oh my goodness.
I've never had people leaving Dory games before. Like, what is going on? All right.
I had this happen all the time.
All right, let's play against a Syndra. Screw it. All right. Do we run Kabuto against them?
Yeah, you play Kabuto.
All right. All right. How do you want to approach the Syndra matchup?
We're gonna take out the 2 blocks and put in to take it on the chins and like the D-Rex.
So
we're gonna play
those 3 cards.
Yeah, and you're gonna play like a value. They left.
This guy did,
oh man,
what is going on?
Man,
okay,
like there's a normal one.
All right. We're just gonna click the button. Fuck it.
We're gonna click the button. Make it competitive.
Too late. Leaving against Dorinthia is crazy. I agree. I have never seen that happen, actually. All right. Atsu. What? All right.
We're in deep now. Nah, just play Crown. All right, go to deck. We're gonna want defensive cards, I suppose. This is like the one matchup I'd play Nourishing Emptiness over Gorebelting because Gorebelting doesn't block. I guess we're gonna consider that. I would play Take It on the Chin. Yeah, cut the 2 blocks, I think, in this particular matchup because blocking Katsu is very important. If they flip over like Kadachi CYB though, dude, maybe we should just leave.
I don't know. All right. Looks normal to me. All right.
We have a decent like. If they don't block right, we leak a little and get a vigor. So I guess we could send it.
Yeah. All right.
Normal game of Flesh and Blood. Maybe?
Yeah, a normal game of Flesh and Blood. Yeah. A lot of people leave against Dory, really?
People don't want to play against Dory for some reason. That's a glint. Right, sure. Glint. Okay.
That's fine. All right. So now
I would play Twist and Turn here for sure and just like swing Blade Flurry. See if we can get something going on here.
Yep. Sweet. Damage is damage.
I mean, we make a vigor here, right? It's kind of a waste of a Blade Flurry, but like, they're just gonna block.
Yeah, I agree. There's a chance that's a 2 block and we would get a damage in, but whatever. All right,
one damage is not worth.
Oh, it was a 0.
Oh. No.
Ow,
we can still swing it. No, it's not worth it, but we could.
We could have. It's okay.
What they put on the top of their deck? So what's their hand? They put back Surging Strike and something else, right? We should have.
They blocked with Lord of Wind, and I don't even know. Yeah, I didn't pay attention.
It was Mugenshi released, Lord of Wind, and Surging Strike, right? So they put Surging Strike. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
They put Lord of Wind and Surging Strike on top.
Yeah. Hey, this is a 1-card 5.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So block. Although we're gonna get an agility, that's not very good. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. All right.
I wouldn't even give Dynamos because, like, we can't refresh them.
Yep. Okay, here and here, I presume.
Yeah, that seems fine. The what's it called?
Ancestral.
The shelter will protect us from the whelming gust wave.
Or protect us from.
It also protects us from that. Yeah.
Does it protect us against a second ancestral? Probably not.
Well, if you wanted to be protected from a second ancestral, you just play it as a defense reaction, take it on the chin for the next attack.
Oh. You right. Okay. Looks like
Oh,
it
they
just
ended
ended
their
its turn.
turn.
All right, so
Okay,
we
cool.
can savor bloodshed into swing. 1 card 5, not too bad.
Oh, they're blocking.
I love when Katsu's block.
That means
This
I don't
card is
have to
also
be
really
as
cool.
scared.
Break Tide
Yeah,
confirmed
Break Tide.
ninjas in high seas, guys.
That's some crazy foreshadowing.
Yes. I mean, look at it. Look at it. I mean,
That was a long time.
Yeah.
What is happening? Why are they giving?
I mean, I don't know. We'll take it though. All right, we got to perforate. I mean, this looks pretty good.
I mean, we're probably blocking with most of the hand. Sadly, just playing like an unsheathed turn. We could probably arsenal to perforate.
Yeah. Okay, so likely blocking with the cut deeps. Like
Yeah, like Dynamo's gonna cut deep.
Yeah. Don't Ancestralist again, bro.
I'll do it again.
All right, he pitched a Surging Strike, so okay.
That's the worry.
Yep. All right. Who cares about this Kadachi? We'll take 1.
I actually think this is the end of the turn.
Yep. We'll take 1, and that is the end of the turn. Sweet.
Yep.
Okay, so we can go Unsheath, Saber Pitch, Perforate the dagger, or do you just want to kind of set up?
You definitely play the cut into the dagger.
Yeah, and arsenal this. Kind of wait for the 2-card combo. So this is kind of like Spill Blood in the Hatchet deck. You kind of wait for the right hand.
I think Katsu will have trouble. This particular Katsu might have trouble blocking our Supremacy turn.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'd actually consider making a Vigor here.
But I wanted to attack for 2.
Yeah.
I think if it's 1 damage,
think that you can,
a Vigor's worth more.
I think you can get at least 2 value from a Vigor on any said turn. Because if you brick, you're gonna want it. Like, you know how like we draw these 0-for-4s and no blue?
Okay.
That's you know.
All right.
You're indeed streaming your Discord.
Yes.
I can hear myself.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Internet in Alabama is not very reliable, guys. I'm sorry. Okay.
Josh, you're sharing the wrong side of the screen for me.
Oh. Hold on. All right, we're gonna get this back. Just give me a second. This one. Yep. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Well, let's just play some more games.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah. So sad. All right. All right. We are back. Close the window. You're letting out the Wi-Fi.
No, we're not playing this.
We're not. Normally, I don't leave. I just accept everybody that joins, but I really don't want to play against Oldham again. I mean, Jarl.
You just don't want to play another 55-minute game. That's all it is.
I agree.
We need interaction.
All right. Victor or Florian? Interested in any of those, Damien?
Well, I think you should just click one when you reload the tab, because if you don't, it's gonna set somebody's already probably joined the game, Josh.
Oh, okay. We'll
so when you see one, you
CC game.
Join it.
All right. We're up against Ira in competitive CC.
This is very interesting.
Second, I presume.
I have no idea. Maybe. Yeah, we can go second because we have Dynamos leaking on turn 0.
Yeah.
It's something.
Do we want to protect ourselves against CNC, or do we want to discourage dual threat?
Probably CNC.
Okay.
How much armor do they have? Do we want to play Nourishing, or do we want to play Gore Belching?
They probably have. I mean, they have 2 on the arms. Probably they don't want to give their chest or
Well,
headpiece up.
if they're the blood splattered vest flick knives, they have just mask momentum.
Yeah,
But they have D-react.
Yeah,
I'll take that. Let's do the core belting for now. I think that's fine. We'll bring in the D-reacts and then take it on the chin, and we'll run it like that.
65.
Yeah, unless you want to because I'm not sure how much of a fatigue state we're gonna get into with this deck because by the time you get to the fatigue state against Kadachi's, you're dead.
Yeah. All right, we'll just try it like this. All right, it is the flick knife blood spatter vest quick dodge flexors style. All right. All right, good luck. Have fun to our opponent. Block here, I presume.
Yeah, we can block dynamos. We do need to find some kind of go again.
We'd have this, but yeah. Hopefully the turn does not just end. Okay. You want to block with the sink and then try to look, or what?
I think we can block with the twist and turn.
All right.
And we can sink the blade flurry. If they play anything else. We might end up blocking with the whole hand depending on what happens here, because they do have go again. They might just be sending their hand.
This could be an E-Strike 7. This could be a Torn of Tempo. This could be, okay, could be that. So here and here, I presume? Or
I actually kind of want to keep the... Do we want to keep the blue or the... I think keeping the blue should be fine.
Okay, they want to not play Sensor. They just want to pass.
Oh, they just want to end their turn? Sure.
Sure. All right, so that's not great because we didn't draw into a Gogan.
A natural problem with dual-wield warriors.
Yeah.
The go again.
So I think we just savor, swing, blade flurry it, get a grains.
Grains. Yeah, Arsenal to sink. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Seems fine. It's not the greatest conversion of the hand, but it converts into 7 damage of vigor and 4 block, so it could technically convert it into technically converted into 12 value. So, ooh,
oh,
ooh, hello.
This hand does things and stuff.
Yeah.
They pitched a red to swing Kadachi, pitching up sticks. This is a flick turn with blood splattered vest. Whoa. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that did not make any sense.
They didn't use blood splattered? What is happening?
I don't know.
This is very inefficient. Yeah. I guess we're taking 3?
I think we're just taking 3, yeah.
Yeah. And if they try to present a mass trigger with something, we can give it armor in the sink below.
Just block here.
Well, the mass trigger really doesn't matter now. You can just crown your arsenal.
Well, oh yeah, he already has an arsenal, yeah. Okay, yeah.
This draw is meaningless, and if we can get something crazy in our hand. Okay, there's no way that we... Well,
yeah, we don't play 2 of them. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's. I'm thinking about it though. I really want to, but we just shouldn't.
Supremacy, sharpened senses, swing the saber.
Yeah.
All right. Targeting this.
I've never wanted it to hit so bad.
This deck might need more attack reactions in that case.
It might. It's still undergoing a lot of testing.
Ooh. What?
There is no way. Well, I don't think you're making the vigor.
Okay.
I think you're...
Cut deep swing.
What if we played the Steel Blade Supremacy on the dagger with the cut deep? What are your thoughts on that?
I like it.
They don't want to block as we're just going to say that's a lot of damage.
All right.
Yeah, whatever. Let's do it. I mean, you're under sharpened senses too.
All right. Let's do something cool, guys.
Actually, yeah, that's. You ever played 2 Steel Blade?
You ever played 2 Steel Blade Supremacies on different weapons, guys? I've never done that. So this is a first for me. All right. Swing. We need this to connect, right? Because we don't want to pitch
It's
this.
comical. We don't. I mean, like, I'm still okay pitching the gore belting for
Yeah.
like second cycle.
Yeah. Oh my god, we're
There's
gonna draw
no
another
way.
card. Oh my god,
Oh my
unsheathed.
God.
Oh my god. Okay, well
We
that's...
can't play the unsheathed, but you
No.
can swing the Centauri saber because it's still
Yeah.
under
Yep.
it's still under sharpened senses.
Yeah. It's pretty good. And then we can send Gore Belching Arsenal the card we draw. Oh, this is so good. Guys, oh my god.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
Hold on.
We can't do it this turn.
Yeah, we can't do it this turn because
Gore belting does not have go again.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I know, you're getting too excited. It's a great arsenal.
Yeah. I'm getting a little too anxious, guys. All right, there we go.
I like how it reveals like a quarter of our deck.
Guys, we just dealt like, how much damage did we deal this turn? Like 30? It's turn 2 and he's at 8. What?
I mean, if they don't want to block.
What the heck just happened, guys?
He CNC'd us and we drew a supremacy.
Oh my god, guys. That
Wait, this hand's crazy.
Oh my god,
this hand's also crazy.
Oh my god.
I'll dynamo block this.
Alright.
I actually think we're just jamming armor this turn.
Yeah, we're gonna take it on the chin and
could be even
we
slightly
probably
relevant.
shouldn't have dynamoed this, to be honest. But
it's to make the mass trigger weirder.
Yeah.
I actually think this is correct on a
okay, he's gonna flick knives, sure. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatevs. Okay.
Like, even if we get CNC'd, I still think that we just like eat it.
Yeah.
I mean, we
don't have to eat it. We could this. I mean, he's never setting a CNC at the second link, though, right? So, all right, 5.
Oh,
do we care about this?
No.
Here stops the mass trigger, right?
I mean, like, there are 3 cards in his hand, Josh.
All right.
What if one of them does something to us?
Fine, we'll take 5.
A warrior player doesn't want to just eat damage.
I blinked and he's at 15. You blinked and he's at 8, dude. Okay. Gonna opt 3, gonna get something on top. Okay. Okay. Huh.
Well,
what?
Unlucky from the Ira opponent.
He has a shelter. Who needs a shelter?
He put 3 cards on the bottom and flipped a D-React.
Yeah, very unlucky.
Absolute depression.
Smash up. Oh,
is that an attack action?
Yeah. Let me tell you about how much I care about this card. I
think you just take 5, right? Because like you can arsenal the.
You don't
actually,
you don't want to play this to give our stuff go again?
Well, we have sharpened senses. It always has go again, doesn't it? With the blade flurry. You could take it on the chin because the perforate's going to draw a random card. I'm not even sure we can use it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's what I was thinking too.
You do get to flip the perforate face up, which is really funny.
Yep. All right, opponent, you can read about perforate. It is now face up. All right. Okay, he IP'd himself. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, we'll sharpen senses. Swing the Centauri Saber, pitching the provoke. Man said no blocks on the wrong turn. That is right. All right, so we can perforate and take a look.
Definitely. Yeah, this is most definitely lethal, but...
Yeah, he's going to have to give us some cards this turn.
Like a 4 pump would be crazy here.
Ooh.
That's also pretty nice, I actually think.
All right, so do we Blade Flurry here, or do we just kind of go for here?
You Blade Flurry here, I think.
Okay.
And how many Vigor tokens do you want to make? Because you could make 3 this turn, right? Yeah. Opponent wants to... sure, we will play this Blade Flurry.
Is he going to D-react? He might.
Well, there's a shelter in their hand.
Oh, yeah.
Because we know that from even bigger than that.
Mm-hmm. Defense reaction mode? Sure. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we can swing.
Yep.
Make a figure.
There's a break point.
Yep.
Yep.
We could
Swing
swing.
it again.
We could play this out as well. Is also not bad.
Yeah, we can even wait till the end because we can make it look like it's like another blade flurry or something.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Force them to block again.
Then we can play out the goblet.
Yep. That's the beautiful thing about our attacks having go again at the very end is that we could play goblet at like.
That's the good thing about them not costing resources.
Yeah. All right, we are set up for the next turn. All right, this is a functional hand of cards.
I think we're casting the shift the tide of battle just to make it agility for the next turn. I mean, like, maybe if we hit them, they're just dead, but
he has to block here, and Ira probably has a lot of attack actions, so that's not good.
This is one of those hands you activate Brace Force Bracers if you hit, because there's nothing else to do.
Yep. Agreed.
This is a very menacing one damage. Just let it go.
Ooh.
Cool.
He has to block this or not.
Now we scarred his shit.
Yep. Lethal? Question mark?
Yeah, lethal.
Oh, there's shelter. Well, we could still shift to give us a.
We could shift for an agility. Yeah.
Why not?
I actually don't want this card in our arsenal. Oh,
Trottle
well.
Long?
I was like, we could like grains it, but I'm okay arsenaling it now that we don't have a Gogan source.
Yeah. Yep. Trottle Long is great. It gives go again to everything other than the Decimator Grid X. We drew a Perforate again, but not the greatest synergy for that.
Well, the perforate really doesn't matter when they're at 3. Like, the daggers are encroaching upon their life total.
Yep.
Probably just card and bracers. Like the Trot Along and the bracers, or the Blade Runner and the bracers, one of those two.
Trot Along swing?
Yeah, and then we'll just perforate, see what we draw.
Pitching this, I presume. The Blade Runner.
Yeah.
That's
a really good
card.
A
very good card to draw.
It's a very good card. Oh, and this hits. We can make actually, let's just bracers this turn. I think bracering is better. This is because it's like you're starting to bracers is starting to take cards. Now we just double. Do we?
This
so it comes in for 2 here.
It comes in for 2. Could come in for 4.
I like making it. I like making it come in for 4, and then making it come in for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll come in for 5 next, but yeah.
And then you get the Swing Centauri Saber.
Yeah, probably dead here, or all the armor is going to be gone. Would Razor Reflex work well in this deck for more attack reaction cards?
You want your reactions to cost 0.
It would have to be. It would be in the swing or Iron Song response, I guess.
I feel like Iron Song response would only get like crazy value on like the Supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're like asking to have like an Iron Song response, perforate, and a Supremacy, and like a blue.
That's difficult to do.
Like the more cards you add to make Supremacy hit, the more it's like oh, they just dead?
Yep, they just gave
up. Okay. How much damage do we do that turn?
27 value. Oh boy. Oh boy.
If we had drawn better blues, it would have been a lot better.
Yes, it would have. Alright guys, this is the list we've been using. I will post it in the chat for you guys.
I'm sure.
Red Incision over Scar Tissue because it blocks 3. Puncture is also not bad. Oh yeah, Puncture does say targets. Is Puncture just target sword? Or is it Sword or Dagger? I think it's Sword or Dagger, right? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's like a version of this deck that could be OTK with like
Mm-hmm.
some maybe like the stances and
Right.
like Oath of Steel. Is that
Mm-hmm.
something I need to look into?
Mm. All right, let's try some more games. Hopefully, the hamsters keep the thing going. All right, we go second against Fi.
Fi. Against Fi, yeah, you go second.
Kabuto and
You're gonna play the defensive cards, and into Fi we could play Nourishing, I think, because they're gonna have Shuko Furnace, Snapdragons, or the new boots. They've got about 7 armor. We might play Gorbelching. That's a lot of armor.
sure.
All right,
You want to
take
keep
out
all
the
of
two
our two
blocks
blocks?
again.
Take out our two blocks.
No, not against Fi. We're gonna have to play like a number game.
So take them out.
Yeah. I mean, if Fi is blocking you, then
Mm-hmm.
I think you're winning.
Okay, like this.
Yeah, it looks good. Every time I worry that a ninja will flip over Kodachis and have CYP in their deck. Every time.
Ooh, a tunic deck. Huh. Well,
Should have brought Nourishing.
we did draw these two together. What do we do now?
Okay. So, he's sending 3. This hand is this hand's like the nuts. I like it's so good.
You want to take 2?
I'd actually consider blocking with dynamos and taking 2 damage. But let me think for a second. Because like the first sword doesn't have go again. We like need one more card for this to be crazy, so it's not like we get there. I think that you have to block. I think you have to block. You could block with Perforate actually. I think that's fine. We could just like do this at a different time.
Yeah, we can just supremacy
Not,
sharpen sense of swing.
okay. Yeah,
That is a turn.
and then you get like a card from the top of your deck.
Mm-hmm. That's not a good card.
Good arsenal.
But it's fine. All right, supremacy targeting the saber.
Yeah, and then we'll sharpen senses. If it hits, we can like grains or something. If they block, we have a D-react in arsenal. We can play like Value Town.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is fine all around.
Blocking 6, sure. One. Sorry, 2. Oh. Can't forget sharpen senses. 2 on hit 2. I do see what you mean by this deck is very resource hungry. This is the most resource hungry dual wielding deck I've seen in a while.
There's like a better way to go about this, you know? There might be. I mean, that's a good hand.
Blaze Hedgehog.
There's a world that you just like give a 3 block and dynamos and play out this hand.
Yeah.
They're IP wanting themselves?
Yeah, I'm not
Are
sure.
they?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I mean,
The only thing I can think of was like Sigil of Solace.
Yeah. Not sure what's going on there, but I do know that this dagger is going to be coming in for a butt ton of damage. Coming in for 8, I believe. Yep. Ooh. Yeah,
Big number.
Yeah, and imagine if we had a vigor token any of these turns, that would have converted cleanly into 2 damage.
Yeah, I know, but like, and you don't play Tunic because you need the Tunic resource too often. It's kind of whack.
Yep. All right, this is not a great turn.
I mean, we could think one of these 0 for 4s if you want.
Yeah.
Look for something more acceptable.
Yep. Look for something more exciting. Maybe an unsheathed. One time unsheathed.
Unsheathed would be the nuts.
No, we drew twisted turn. Well,
wait,
that's okay.
You turned your 0 for 4 into a 2.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll just block.
It's okay. It blocks 3.
Yeah. Are we just blocking down to 0 cards? I think we are. Right?
Yeah, you just lay down the hand. I'd give the red because if like we somehow get to keep this blue card, you can like swing a dagger and make a vigor.
Yep. Is this a Mopple turn? Like, do we try to deny the Mopple?
Like, if he mopples here, he gets tenacity, and it comes in for 5. No, it comes in for 6 due to Shuko. That's not that big a deal. That's like a very mid mask.
Okay, we'll just let it.
Like, it's a good mask, but they can get him for like 8 and stuff. So I actually don't think it's worth it. Could be like Lava Burst, but that'd only be 7.
Buckle Shelter.
Well, do you want to arsenal this for folk?
No.
I actually. Then you can give like Dynamos and the provoke. Kind of don't want this to hit.
Okay, so this must be a card he can't play. Maybe a 1 cost or a direct.
I like this hand.
Ooh.
This hand is decent.
Okay, so we would attack on the saber, pitch the blue, double attack, react on this. We would draw.
Yeah,
a
you can
random
shelter
card.
this.
Yeah. Probably block.
We can block with
as well.
Yeah, you could. Your 3-card hand is like a Blade Runner Perforate, so it's fine. Also makes resources.
Ooh, this is a card you definitely want to block.
That card is scary.
Yeah. Give him armor. Respect the engulfing flame wave, guys. Okay, pitching shelter. Flame. Sure.
Yep, that happens.
Nobody cares about flame. Mopple triggered. Alright, cool.
I think they have a direct in their arsenal.
Alright, this is a very, very illustrative turn, guys. How much value are we going to get out of 3 cards? Let's count. 2, maybe 3. Let's assume worst case scenario, this is just 2. Damien backseating as always. I mean, he has way more experience with this deck than me. Although I have dual wielded quite a bit in my day.
We should perforate first for card knowledge.
I should have done that. I don't think there's any card that we would draw that will replace this, like Glint. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. So,
it's just a bunch of grains.
Yep. We're just turning this into grains. All right. So 2. We're gonna count the vigor as 1.
I'd count it as more than 1 in this particular deck, but I can see you saying that.
Yeah, let's do worst case scenario. So that we have 3 value at the moment.
Okay.
All right, attack for 4. So now we have 7 value from 3 cards.
We have 8 if you count Dynamos.
Yes, we will at the end.
It was a direct. I was right.
Ooh, nice. $8 value now. Little grains. 9 value. And swing. 10, 11 value. And replace Dynamo's 12 value. So 12 value from 3 cards. And we set up our next turn, which is worth quite a bit, actually. All right. Mounting Anger. So we'll just sync this. Probably sync the Sharpened Senses. look for something better?
Yeah. Carpenter's is pretty dead in this hand. You've got the spoils for and the resources to back it up.
Ooh,
That card's actually dead.
Yeah, we better. Well, I mean, we
It's
can't
okay.
block with it. We definitely can't block with it. So.
Well, you get to block with the cut deep now. That's nice.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the time I was playing this deck earlier in the week. I drew Gore Belching and Rouse in the same hand. That was terrible.
This deck converts Grains tokens the smoothest I've seen in a long time. Super buttery smooth. If he blocks this
dagger is so annoying because it
Yeah.
makes a resource on hit and it attacks again and it makes a bunch of copper that we're never going to use.
Yeah. On hit Kyloria food. All right. Coming in with the daggers little bit by little bit.
And we converted another resource for the next turn, which is pretty big.
Ooh. We got to flip our whole deck, Davian.
We are going to flip our whole deck. That's actually hilarious.
All right, we have one vigor, but we don't have a go again that's easy here.
I mean, you could just block with the blade flurry and go cut deep, dagger, glint, gore belching.
It's decent. Do we want to block this attack though, just right now?
This feels like.
Do we want to arsenal the blade flurry? Like,
I don't know why. I really want to Kabuto this for some reason.
Yes, I also feel a Kabuto block is valid.
Like a Kabuto block here feels really good for some reason. I don't know.
If we
Kabuto block though, you should give Dynamos to play around like 1 damage on Salta Wound here. I think. Because you have
then
like
we're
break
committed to
armor.
blocking out the well
No, you're just cashing in.
It's the same thing
theoretical.
If he goes with tenacity, it's the same thing. Because then I have 2 cards blocking.
Then we could just block Kabuto. I actually might just be a moot point. Yeah, just block Kabuto.
I think it literally doesn't matter. I think it like literally doesn't matter.
I love brooding over these things.
If anybody in chat saw that coming, you are psychic. Did you think it was Rodent Renegade into Truce?
No, I didn't. I bet you he wanted to pitch Truce to swing Emberblade, and they had to change their mind.
God.
We get the Arsenal Blade Flurry though. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. I mean, if we draw blue, we're cooking here. Well, actually,
we're not drawing a card though. There's no way they block this. Actually, weirder things have happened. They cast Truce.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah.
All right.
We should have blocked Dynamo. We should have blocked Dynamos, by the way. I was right.
It doesn't matter. We're not attacking with our thing again.
Oh.
We're just sending gore belching, right?
Oh, we could have. All right.
Wait. We're going to flip.
That means I was wrong.
40 of our cards. Look at this. Our whole deck got revealed.
If you look, you could actually could theoretically figure out what our next hands were. Yes. And if this was a
theoretically, they should know what this card is. They could look at our whole deck and be like, "Oh yeah, Blade Flurry's not there."
They could look at our whole deck.
They could.
This hand's crazy.
Yes. I mean, well, this hand converts into full damage if it wants to.
It does, and they're at 9. I mean, you could just take the first attack.
Yeah, I mean, we're miles ahead right now. So, I mean,
do you think we
started at 36? I think they could deal like 25. I don't think they could do 36.
Does our hand just take every card from their hand? Hold on, so it's that
unsheath.
Yeah, it's like a billion.
This,
it's like a billion damage.
Yeah, it's
Blade Flurry. Yeah.
If this is a blue, that'd be better, but.
If it was a blue, I think the game's over. But I actually think the game's over no matter what. This is way too much damage.
Yep. All right, so he's gonna salt.
I would give dynamos on the Phoenix Flame though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and bracers, I guess. Sure.
Yep. Wait, doesn't this technically make... No, tenacity will be larger because these 3 hit.
No, the
I'm an
3
idiot.
chain links have already hit. You could put all of your equipment on the combat chain. You're still getting more damage from doing Cult of Wound.
All right, this is quite the Phi turn, guys. We were at 36.
Well, they had Truce in play.
Yeah. You right.
Pop Master Lava Burst. Into boot. It might be Lava Burst, Boots, Salt of Wound.
Oh, Dragon Power.
Oh, it's Dragon Power, Boots, Salt of Wound. Okay.
That's pretty good. All right, we were at 36. Now we are at 4.
4.
So
Buy on 6 cards and a mask.
Yeah. So Phi dealt us 32 damage that turn. But now this little annoying ass guy has to block. And this is where his deck falls apart.
They might just be dead this turn, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, the Centauri Saber is going to remember that it got blocked. Well, that's not going to matter because we didn't pitch a blue. I mean, this is so much damage, though, so... He is going to disrespect the hell out of us. And not block. And then we're going to swing in for 4. This is going to be a dagger for 11, Davian.
My record's 16.
Your record is 16? All right.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the last time I swung a hatchet for this large. That's the thing. Oh, man. This is another one of those turns. If we had a Vigor token, it just gets so much better. Yeah. All right.
I just need, like...
Quicksilver dagger for 11, Phi. What you gonna do?
This should just take the game. From this point, we're stealing, like, the entire hand every turn, I think.
Yep.
What's
You can go to 1 if you want.
1 makes Perforate just, like, instant game over.
I mean, he doesn't even want to go to 1 because now Quicksilver dagger is just like... Yeah.
Give me a card.
Definitely wants to keep a card, especially if it is a... If it is a 4 power card. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, sad day
Dynamo,
for you.
take it on the chin. Funny,
Oh,
funny.
Sad day for you. All right.
Are we killing with this hand, or are we only taking the hand? Because if you're only taking the hand, I would do, like, Saber, Cut Deep, Dagger, and Arsenal the Unsheath.
That's what I'm thinking as well. It also hides information instead of playing everything out.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to try to take as much... We're taking at least 3 cards, so... maybe not 3 cards. If he has a D-React.
Well, they blocked with the 2 block on Centauri Saber, so...
that is...
they realized.
Guys, this happens so often. So often. They see the number go up, they're like, oh shit. Sure. If this is not fully blocked out, we swing again.
That's a direct for sure, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, they get to play a 2-card hand. Okay.
No.
I don't think that changes much.
Does he have 2 loyalties
Yeah.
in there? Oh, it does. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think that changes anything.
I mean, we could block 3 cards and keep a blue.
Yep.
Or a yellow, I guess.
Oh, he doesn't even have to go again. Okay.
Like, we could do the Dynamo take it on the chin thing again.
Yep. And even if this is coming in for 4, it's easy.
Like, we have the same hand. We have the plus 4s that go again.
Yeah, but this time we have an arsenal. This time we have an arsenal.
Well, no, it's the unsheath. It's just in our arsenal instead of in our hand.
Do we want to just go to 1 and arsenal
You just
this?
shelter it. No, you just shelter it.
Okay.
I mean, they can't do that D-React thing again, so you could probably just Centauri, Saver, Dagger.
Mhm. Go to 3. This turn gonna hurt.
That's quite risky, Josh.
Why?
Well, it's like if our next hand doesn't have a go again source.
Oh. Oh, you want to just saver? Oh, you want to do
Yeah,
the exact
you're
same turn.
yeah, but this time he doesn't have like he literally can't do the D-React thing
Yep. You're right. You're right.
because he's already banished too.
It's
I mean,
okay.
this takes the whole hand.
If we don't draw a go again, we'll just break a copper and draw a go again.
What if it's 4 reds?
That would be sad then. We just gotta
Why
trust
can't we
in our
have
deck.
one more resource?
Oh my god, dude! This game would have been mega over if he didn't. Oh, okay. Well, now he's dead. Okay.
Now he's super dead.
This is what I love to see. A Centauri Saver getting blocked by 3/2 blocks. Alright. Goodbye, Fi. It was nice knowing you.
They had the shelter. Strange.
Yeah, I mean, it's not saving them. Holy crap. Okay, well, I mean, we took 32. We dealt a ton of damage, and then we took a ton of damage. Yeah.
I mean, 6 cards and a Mask of the Pouncing Lynx.
As big as
it
I mean, we laughed at that truce, but like actually kind of makes sense because you recoup
that hand
the
was
value.
what? That hand was what, like 5 red to blue?
Yeah, I mean, he dealt 32
and
damage, so it's like
spreading flames or something. Yeah,
this game is a good illustration for why Art of War was banned. So yeah. Oh, hello, Omar. Nice to have a game with you. Good game. Good game, Omar. This deck is sick, very satisfying turns. I agree. Damien's Ice Rider game at the Battle Hard was goated. Yes, that was a pretty good game. All right, Damien. What do you want to do? You want to play one more game or what? Or you want to
play another game?
Deck? Do we need to
iterate on the deck?
Yeah.
Let's iterate on the deck. Okay. What card?
You have a maybe board down here. But
yeah. What card performed pretty badly?
I feel like we need more attack reacts, but that might just be my warrior brain saying things. Like, we literally only have 5 attack reacts, but the thing is, like, Hatchet Dory in the old days was only running 6. So, like, is In the Swing actually good? Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not, no. Like, as you say, some hands just, like, we don't have... Some hands just don't draw go again.
Dude, we, like, literally never got the Savor Bloodshed draw. So, like, this card...
That card could
probably
go. It's coming up very rarely. I guess we can cut scar tissue for something.
I mean, are we literally just never getting this? Are we literally paying majestic prices for copies 5 and 6 of Cut Deep?
Yeah, I think we are.
Are we like literally never marking them? Like,
we are never marking them. I mean, Savor Bloodshed's just a 0 for 4 if it's cumulative past the first. So, I mean, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's cut scar tissue. Let's replace it with... No. Let's replace it with 2 Oath of Steel. Let's try that out.
You want to add Oath of Steel?
Yeah, let's try it one more time.
Just 2?
Yeah, just 2.
Dude, I feel
there's no way.
I feel like
What?
having this few attack reacts is like not good.
Then we'll edit the deck some more.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Goblet?
Fine. Just regular on that one.
React. When you say attack reacts, you're wanting like puncture and stuff. The deck. I don't think we can add attack reacts that cost like 1, right?
Let's see.
There's like Incision, Dice, but Dice kind of sucks in this particular version.
You want to wager some agility tokens?
No.
There really isn't any.
I know.
Look at this, guys. Look at how spread out the warrior attack reaction pool is. Jeez.
Card Tissue was the best one because it marked. Said words on it.
Yeah.
If Exposed blocked 2, I think I would play it.
I agree. Incision, the chat is suggesting.
We could play Incision, but we're like, what are you trying to get out of an attack react, Josh? Are you just trying to push this Supremacy card?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know actually. That's a good point. I don't know.
Why are you trying to add attack reactions to the deck?
Because I'm
if you're trying
a
to
freaking
push
warrior
this,
player. That's why.
Because if you're trying to push this, I use the Supremacy card to say if you don't want to block, you're gonna take 30, or give me cards on my dagger so I can gain back you can gain like an enormous amount of tempo or something like that.
Incision does block 3. It's like almost the same as in the swing though. I guess there's a world where but there's never a world where we saber. Like in the swing feels almost the same as Incision, but maybe a little bit worse. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Agility stance to set up the go-agains. We have a lot of go-agains already.
Agility stance only gives the dagger go again. It doesn't give the saber go again.
Yeah, you're right about that as well. This yellow Blade Runner feels awkward as well. But maybe.
Dude, I've been trying to cut Blade Runners and Spoils of War from this deck, but it's just you can't. You like the hand. Look how much go again we have, and we're not even drawing it in our games.
Yeah. I actually think Take It on the Chin is like main board. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I ever tried it out. You can put it in the main deck. I just put all the defensive cards in the sideboard.
I'm just gonna put it up there. I don't like Spoils or Blade Runner, honestly. Okay, is there any payoff for Copper at the moment? I don't think there is.
Yeah, there's Knick-Knack Brick-Brack. They go grab 3 energy potions. That would be kind of sick. But no, I don't think there actually is.
There's literally not. Yeah.
There's like cash in and it's banned, right?
Yeah.
This deck makes Copper like crazy though. You know, if you make enough vigor tokens, it's a literal extra card.
That is true, but that wasn't even remotely close to what happened.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even remotely fun. The most I've made is 3 in 1 turn.
Yeah.
If only there was like there's like no payoff. Kind of bad.
Yeah, I don't know either, man. Like, oh shit.
So resource hungry. Can't play Tunic because it doesn't generate resources fast enough.
All right, where are the cards that we can play? Starts here.
And we can't really play like red and yellow hit and run like you do in like hatchets. Because it feels like you're wasting because like
Why can't you play hit and run? Or oh yeah,
it
that
feels
is
like you're
never mind.
wasting it.
You're right. You're right. It is waste.
It's like a complete waste of a card,
It's
other than the blue one.
only good if you can like Steelblade Supremacy Saber, get it to hit, and somehow it has go again, and then hit and run Saber. But
It's quite interesting. I'm pretty sure that we have to play the bad go again cards and just like deal with it for now. Hopefully we get better ones. But I think we need to put like higher end cards in the deck for like high rolls if we're gonna like take these risks with all the resources we're gonna have to take. Let me see.
wait, oh, we could just play a few copies of this, although it blocks for 2.
What does that do? It marks them.
Gives +4.
Yeah, I looked at that card. It blocks for 2. Let me try something.
Is there any merit to adding attack action cards like Snatch?
Yeah, there is. But we'd have to cut the Nourishing Gore Belting Rouse package. So basically, if you're going to play physical attack, it needs to be like a chain ender. And the only chain enders that you can afford in this deck are 0 cost, which would be Pursuit to the Edge of Oblivion, Snatch, Coax a Commotion, stuff like that. I think Snatch is fine. Let you end on an arsenal sometimes with like a disruptive on hit. Well, disruptive, like drawing a card. CNC costs too many resources.
Mm-hmm.
There's a popper though. A popper. It's not a 7 power card. How do you feel about the windups?
Agile windup.
Like blue agile windup?
I mean, do we need more go again? This card did not feel good.
I told you I was testing it.
Yeah.
We could. Is there. So if we look at the assassin card, not assassin, we look at the warrior cards.
Is there
again.
any merit to singing Steelblade?
You're relying on your opponent to block with their cards. That feels. It's pretty good on turns where you're like pushing supremacy.
Yeah. Hmm. I don't know, guys.
I will say
does chat have any suggestions?
I will say this is the
out.
hardest warrior deck. This is the hardest warrior deck I've ever had to build, though.
Yeah. Precision press.
Blue precision press locked in costs 1. It's like a Blade Runner.
I mean,
it was.
You could replace the maybe blue cut deep with precision press, but probably not. Like there are situations where we're playing out the cut deep. This looks kind of miserable to build NGL. Well, yeah. Slap Happy. That was a card that was a little bit of an innovation in Fang. Maybe that is actually what we need.
That was a card in the first iteration of the list. Mm-hmm. It didn't do a lot. Mm-hmm. It did like okay. It let you like pretend you had a vigor and block for 2. But for taking up 2 slots of the deck, I'm not sure it did enough. I could be wrong.
Maybe these scar tissues are supposed to be slice and dice. I don't know.
If you're gonna play, I actually think that you play Oath of Steel over Slice and Dice before you add Slice and Dice to the deck. Mm-hmm. Because if you're swinging both of your weapons,
it's 4.
Okay, so Oath of Steel Oath of Steel actually jumps numbers, so its math is a bit crooked because it goes 1, 2, 4, 6. No, my bad. It goes 1, 2, 4, 7. Yeah. If you do it on like multiple dagger swings. So if you look at it like, if you swing your dagger once, it's worth 2. If you swing it twice, it's worth 3. Now you swing it 3 times, it's worth 6. Not including like the Centauri Saber, so it's like 1 point over. It's like pretty good with Perforate. That's why I never played 3 of it.
What about Yellow Twist and Turn?
It's in the maybe board.
Mr. Blood suggested that one.
Yeah, it's in the maybe board. It's something I want to look at. Unless you attack with your daggers more.
Not enough marking for knife through butter, right? Yes.
I do want to try to play Hot Streak, but it's like really tough because like Centauri Saber feels really good.
Mm-hmm. This is one of the best cards to combine with Supremacy.
It would have been such a good 0 cost.
There's no world where they print this as a 0. if this was a 0 and had all this text, it would be a legendary. You can only have 1 in your deck.
I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that too. So sad. This was the Card Guy spoilers for Heavy Hitter. I don't know what to do, guys. This deck feels like 90% there.
It's obviously missing something.
Yeah.
I don't really want to play the blue windup because of new. I really don't want them to throw it at us. That would be bad.
No way to make this work with dual threat? We don't have any attack actions.
R1 gore belching. But he doesn't have
the cards you're disliking and add more mark cards. I mean, I feel like if we're not getting this, I mean,
well, if you think about it, the only mark payoff in the entire deck is Saber Bloodshed.
Yeah.
That's the only card that pays you for marking.
The only way to draw a card from this is to mark them on the Saber attack. But there's no way to do that, right? Very easily.
No.
Because all the marking is dagger.
Yeah.
They would have to get marked on the Saber attack and not take damage, which is hard.
Dude, I would love a weapon that just costs 1, and it comes in for 1, and all the text on it is it's like every weapon type. That'd be sick.
Right. Ran into a double dagger dory with a mark package that felt very strong, oaths and all. Surprised Saber is here, just tuning in. I mean, Saber just is more damage, especially when the hero ability triggers.
It's really just there for
Flock of the Feather Walkers. Oh boy, that is old school.
Whew, we're in the tank with that one.
Yeah, that's. I did like that card a lot, but it's been years.
It is an ender that you can play if you have a vigor. That is a play line that is possible, or you have an unsheath or a glint. But then you would need to keep a card to arsenal, which isn't too hard.
I tested Yellow Twist and Turn. You gain more windows to use Perforate and also easily pitchable. Basically going off the attack action idea mentioned earlier. Oh, okay, so it has reconnected, yes.
We're back.
It's very sad. Okay, well. Yep, sorry about that, guys. My hamsters are going to get a stern warning to work harder. Yeah, I don't think we can play any more games because the connection is not stable. But I do want to kind of help make some final changes here, and then we'll probably call it. I do feel like Shift the Tide of Battle probably should be something else. Like, this card has not done what we want it to do. It combines well with Supremacy if you're targeting the Saber. It combines fine with Blade Flurry, but other than that, it doesn't combine well with many things. So, yeah.
I think I think it would do better if we added more front pump damage to the deck for the saber.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like
Uh,
I have already added
like
the
non-attack
Oath of
action.
Steel back into the deck because that is something that'll trigger it.
Mm-hmm.
But I only have 2 in the deck. I don't want to go to 3 because I've played with it. Or it's hit or miss on the turn you have it.
In order to get max value from Oath of Steel, you need a blue, well, I mean, it combines well with a lot of things, but it also combines horribly with other things.
To get
Yeah.
true maximum value out of it, you just need a perforate.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to cut a shift or 2 shifts? Add 2 oaths?
No, I want to cut the scar tissue.
Really? You want to keep the shift the tide of battle in the deck? That card just does not synergize.
Was it not just me seeing that we didn't have a lot of go again in some of our hands?
I mean, our go again. The hatchets
We have
deck often. Let me pull up my hatchets deck.
the Hatches deck gets to play 9 Blade Runner because it's on curve, and they play like Tunic hit and run, but they also play what 9 hit and runs, and they now play Sharpened Senses.
If only we had an anthem for weapons, but we don't. We only have Spill Blood. The answer might just be more goblets, honestly.
Why you go up to 3 goblets?
Could be.
That's not like go again on this turn, but you're trying to get go again on the next turn.
Yeah. Also gives it vigor.
Sure.
I'm looking at the hatchet list. It's just, yeah. I don't know. Gallantry Gold is a weapon anthem. That is true. You are not wrong. I don't know, guys.
Is a statement.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you want to try the changes?
Well, I don't want to take any risks having another stream die.
Oh, you just want to talk about it?
Yeah, I just
Sure.
want to talk about it because it's already died twice. I don't want to. I feel a little bad that we kind of cut some games short. Yeah. Okay. So let's just summarize for chat. We think this deck is like 90% there, but it's also missing something that we can't quite put our finger on. Like
I think this deck has potential.
This deck has potential, but there's something like the scar tissues didn't feel great. Spoils War didn't feel great. Yellow Blade Runner, Shift the Tide of Battle. I'll be honest, the Sharpened Senses didn't even feel that great.
But like, what other sources of go again?
That's really do you
have, right?
That is really just the case. Yes.
There's no weapon with like natural go again, right? So
that's correct.
Or other than like Hot Streak, which can like gain it.
What was that card? Engaged Swiftblade was a card, but that costs 1, I think.
Doesn't that require your opponent to block?
Yes, that too. The only on-hit go again is Warrior's Valor is. We don't have enough attack actions for that to matter, I think.
It also costs 1, just like all the other problematic go again cards.
The funny thing is that no, that only converts into 7. That's not even that good. I was gonna say Warriors Valor Saber is like good value, but I'm like, no, it's 7 refresh dynamos. What about Iron Song Pride?
It only goes on a sword.
Yeah. That's
And it
another.
says
It's
only
a
if
pet card. It's a
and it
pet
says
card.
and it doesn't. It also doesn't say if a weapon is hit. It says if a sword is hit.
Yeah, I know. It's a pet card of mine though.
Yeah, I don't think you can fit its way into this one.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think Damien and I are kind of out of ideas. This is kind of where we're just gonna kind of just leave it here, and maybe somebody will be able to solve this. I'm gonna link it one more time in chat for you guys. Please do let us know if you have any breakthroughs on this deck, because I think it is close to being good. It's not quite there, but it is close. It definitely activated some neurons in my brain, because it
I
felt a
like
little
swinging
bit
the
different.
dagger a lot.
Yeah, swinging the dagger is actually very fun.
Swinging the dagger for big numbers, very entertaining.
I actually think the answer may be like some zero cost attack actions. That might be the real breakthrough moment.
What if we're like tunneling on go again and we should just play a bunch of head jabs?
What does that even mean?
Oh, like what if we have like more sharpened steels and stuff in the deck?
Uh-huh. I mean,
Hmm. Could that even like we add like twist and turn yellow, and then we could add like cut deep yellow because that's basically sharpened steel, right?
mhm. I don't know.
I don't know.
The numbers are so deceptively high. I agree. Yeah. I think we'll just kind of leave it here. We'll probably work on this for the next week, and maybe we'll come back for another stream or something. But yeah. All right, Damien. Anything you want to say to chat before we end this? For some
No, I
reason,
don't
my
have
thing's not
anything.
updating. I don't know why, but yep.
No, I don't have anything.
All right, all good. Okay, guys. Well, sorry that we couldn't get as many games as we wanted to in. But I think there should be some. There should be enough information now that you guys can take that and kind of run with it. Yeah. Well, thank you, Damien, for joining me today. I don't think I could have done this without you.
Yep. No problem.
All right. We'll just leave it at that. All right, guys. It's been Josh Lau and Damien Riggins. Let us know how you like this deck. I think this deck is pretty good. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.